All right. Good afternoon, everyone. We are live. It is Super Dave along with Coach Kurt.
You know it like your poet.
Serge, the sports star.
What's happening, everybody?
Todd, the magnificent.
Back in the building, ready to go. I hope you're ready.
D Gore's in the building, directing traffic, and we're waiting on Slick the Relic. All right. So, what's going on, everybody? How was everybody's weekend? We had some interesting games. What's going on, Coach Kurt? We'll go around,
Everything
find
good.
out how everybody's weekend was right quick.
Everything good, beautiful. Love the games. Didn't like the way it ended, but still was a good game.
Serge.
It was a good weekend. It was my grandson weekend, so I had a good time with him, and everything was cool. Good games, a lot of good games, basketball and football.
Yeah, we had a lot of good games this weekend.
All right. Magnificent.
Had a good weekend. Wasn't too happy about the outcome of all the games yesterday, but it was good though. It was a good weekend. Good game. Good Saturday. A lot of basketball. Good game. Y'all see my Lakers. I know y'all see my Lakers.
All right. So, what we're going to do,
That was a good game.
Yeah,
all right, what
Yeah,
we're
that
going to
was a
do
good-
right
good
quick,
game.
we're going to talk about the NFL. We're going to start one game at a time. Then we're going to wrap it around. Then we're going to talk about some NBA stuff. All right. So, leave it open to you guys. What was the most annoying part about yesterday,
The Ravens ain't show up.
Serge?
Dan Campbell's an idiot.
So you jump.
Went to a different
You
game.
said what was the most annoying
Right.
thing about the games? I'm
So-
gonna tell you, I'm more annoyed with Dan Campbell than the Ravens. I understand the Ravens messed up, but Dan Campbell is an idiot.
Okay, Coach Kurt.
I'm a differ with what Serge said because Dan Campbell, they've been doing that all year.
I got a rebuttal for you on that.
Yeah, they've been doing that
I got
all
a
year.
rebuttal for you on that.
But as far as the Ravens, I was disappointed because I expected more out of Lamar. And yes, they had some bonehead plays, and that contributed to it also. But I expected more out of him.
It kind of started if you've seen the warm-ups with the kicker.
Right.
How you let that happen in your house?
Yeah, I know.
How,
Yeah.
You think that would have happened with Ray Lewis and them?
No.
I don't understand that.
No.
They came in there and punked them in their house, man.
Exactly.
And then when the game started, they went on the field and punked them.
Yep.
I'm like, I don't get it. I just think he didn't seem ready at all, Lamar.
Was
I
it
just
just Lamar? Was it everybody?
I'm not gonna say everybody. When you think about it, the defense held them to 17 points.
17 points.
They could win the game. Yeah, they
You
win the game.
But what about
Flowers.
the
man.
receivers?
No,
Yeah,
just
but-
Flowers.
Flowers
about the
bonehead
kicker?
play.
Just Flowers.
The-
Wait
go ahead.
a second. The kicker in the beginning, like when they was practicing on the field.
That's what I was saying.
the
That's
kicker,
yeah.
right? So you alluding to was that?
But the
Was
players
that
were supposed to
proper?
come to his defense. No, they wasn't supposed to let them do that to him. The players got to come to his defense.
Right.
Well,
You know what I'm
Was-
saying?
well, whatever
What
it
did they
was.
do?
He was warming up. He had his
Yeah.
tea and everything warming. They kicked it and
They
moved it
kicked
like
it and came
came across the field. Like,
Right.
yo, get out of here. Like, this is their house.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well then they messed up.
Yeah.
They should have been
Right.
Ray,
So,
like
you
said,
can't do
Ray
that.
Ray Lewis wouldn't have let them.
No.
go. He'd have fought the whole team by himself.
Exactly.
So
That
let
would've
me
never
let me
happened.
understand something. So not for it to be conflicted, because to my understanding that they were supposed to be on that end of the field, Kansas City.
Even if they were, you don't kick my tea, my practice stuff, and say you don't kick it like I ain't nobody, and this is my house.
Mhm.
Well,
You know what I'm saying? You don't do that.
right. You in there in
Right.
the stadium. You don't do that.
You don't do that.
Well, so I'm not taking nobody's side because
Me, you do that, we fighting right then and there.
Right.
It might not be no game. You know what I'm
been-
saying? Who's ever left? Who's ever left?
We're not going back and forth because I'm not fighting
No,
you.
I'm just
But
I'm not saying
If
you
you're
fighting me.
fighting, you're going home and you're not playing. So
Yeah,
then they need
it would
you.
be the whole
All
team.
right.
We gonna
But-
settle it right here.
Right.
What I'm
You know,
saying
you just
is,
can't do that. I hear you, guys.
I'm not giving nobody the right or wrong, but from my understanding, the kicker was on the wrong end of the field.
But even still,
So
it don't-
wait a second.
Go
So
ahead.
he didn't want to relent. So they sort of said, all right, well, this is part of the war. Get out the way. I'm not agreeing with it, but
That's
That's
why
what
you got
happened.
referees and
So-
everybody out there. They come, listen, your side's on this side. You just go down there, whatever. That's simple as that. You don't come kick my teeth and like tell me, damn, they kick me in the behind and say, get out of here in my house.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. How you do
again,
that?
you spend.
That's
you know
like
what?
that's like you
Yeah.
I
So-
could kind of see why Kansas City did what they did because honestly, and truthfully, he should have known what side of the field he was supposed to be kicking on.
I get you
now
on that.
Now you stomping on my grounds trying to punk me. No, I'm not being punked. This is a
But this ain't even
now,
your
yeah,
grounds
boom,
though.
we're
This
gonna-
you in my house. This ain't your
But
ground.
that half of the
But
field
this
is
ain't your
mine.
ground.
That half of the field is
It's
mine.
not. It's not who house it is.
It
We
is.
competing.
It is.
Well, guess what?
It is who else it
Well,
is.
guess
It
what?
is.
Guess what?
Yeah, okay.
You're going home.
But that didn't
Well,
lose
that,
the
that
game.
no, that ain't
That
lose
didn't
a game.
It's psychological
Nah.
battles all from the beginning to the end.
Ain't no
They-
going
they
home.
scored first.
It wouldn't be no going home if everybody on that team handled their business. They not throwing everybody out the game.
So again,
You know what I'm saying? They're not going to do
again,
that.
Well, if that was
You know
the
what I'm
case,
saying?
or whatever the case may be, and I'm not taking nobody's side. If the
It's a
play-
better way to handle that. Is all I'm saying. You don't got to kick the man's teeth
Oh,
because
okay.
it's just a better way of
Alright,
handling
cool.
that. All you
And
got to
from
do
what
is
I
get
understood,
the people in the.
it was time for him to move, and they asked him to move, and he said he was practicing, and it escalated. So
Right.
now, did he conduct himself properly? You know, it's two sides to it. Now, I'm not taking, again, absolutely nobody's side, but did that help his situation?
Maybe it didn't. But
I mean, he didn't have to kick but one time, and he made it. So it wasn't like he was rattled.
Right.
What bothered me more than anything is that Baltimore did not play the type of football game that they normally
No,
play.
they didn't.
They averaged 42 rushes a game. They only
Right.
rushed 16 times yesterday. 16. You average 42.
they
That's
ran
how
one
you
time
win.
on second down the
That's
whole
how
game.
you win
One time.
13 games during the season.
Yeah.
And you get away from
Absolutely,
that.
But so was it the play calling, or could Lamar just take off and run on his own?
He could have, but part of it is the play calling because when they were behind at halftime, right?
Yeah.
Or was it 10-10?
17-7.
17-7. So now it changes somewhat when you're behind, but that drastic.
Yeah, but you don't have right.
You don't have to. You don't have to.
At the start of the second half, when you got the
You're
ball,
still in the
You
game.
can go run.
You can go run the game.
Yeah,
You
you're
can
still
go
in the
run
game.
ball.
I mean,
And a lot of times, I may cut you off. A lot of times, I thought Lamar was standing back there trying to make a play passing when
Held the
so
ball
many
too
times-
long.
Right, you
He
could
held
have
the
just
ball
took
too long.
off. Just
Too long.
run.
Now let me ask you a question. When he did run,
Mhm.
did he look funny to you?
A couple of times he did.
Even when he ran and he broke out
Right.
and then he cut back in.
He cut
sideways.
back in.
Why did he do that?
I didn't understand
And he
that.
had he got
He
the whole
had the
outside
guy like
on
behind
the-
his
yeah.
shoulder, and I'm sitting there, like, and he's like kept looking back and stopped.
He
What are
could
you
have just
doing?
kept going. He
Kept
stopped
going.
and came
You
back
let
in and
him
tried to
catch
run on
you.
the inside. Exactly.
Let him catch
I
you.
don't know if
I
he's
didn't understand that.
100% healthy on the runs either. Because
I'm not going to even go there because he was in the game and he was playing, so he can't. If he wasn't 100%,
When
But
you
we
ever
should-
see-
you know the play we're talking about,
right,
though,
but
where
I
he
never
ran-
seen him do
He
that
took
before.
off down the middle, and it was just two guys.
Yeah,
One guy was
the guy was on the shoulder behind him,
behind him.
and he stopped.
he just played a bad game yesterday.
He did, but that was if
And
he
it
had
was
kept
just-
running.
it wasn't
that
even
guy
Ain't no
run
stop-
toward him.
nope.
You know how many guys he missed that were wide open?
Yes, he
Yeah.
did. He did.
He made
did
a
miss.
lot of bad throws. I'm gonna tell you right now, and I saw this on the internet, and they're absolutely right. If you're gonna dog Dak Prescott for his performance,
He got
then
get.
you're gonna get the same
Right.
Oh,
treatment.
he got to get
They
the
They
gotta
got to
same.
get the
It
same
falls
treatment.
on him. It
because
falls
because
on
it's
him.
his fault.
Right. He got to get that too.
It falls on him.
Now,
They
Well,
should have ran
now
the ball more,
They
but he
blew a
didn't play
big.
well.
They blew a big opportunity with Flowers, with the play call, and then the next pass. I mean, was it the next pass or the pass after that? Where Flowers
The next-
fumbled the ball right,
right,
by the thing.
the
That
end
was
zone.
that was a big opportunity.
That was a big
right
opportunity.
there.
Then you
You
throw
know,
an interception when you got three guys on one guy. See,
Right.
the guy's
Yeah,
nowhere
that's
there
That's what he
open,
played.
and you
Good
throw that ball.
afternoon, John
All
Green.
around
Shout
that
out to
play
John
was bad.
Green. But
Right.
You know.
so my thing is again, when they deflected the ball and he caught it, was that a positive or a negative?
Well, that was a freak play.
It was a free play, but
But
it
he
was a
turned it into
positive.
a positive.
He turned it into a positive. Yeah,
oh,
he
yeah,
did.
because they scored after that.
Yeah.
But that was
But,
a freak play.
He just didn't seem himself. I don't know, like you playing like you're not at home.
So again,
Like you just how you not ready for this game?
All right, I could give
Man,
you.
How you not ready
I
for
can
this
give
game?
you the home dap, but sometimes people are nervous in the moment.
Well, if
and-
you can't handle the moment, then
been in
what
the
you?
playoffs
And
before.
that's what they're gonna be saying.
Yeah,
That he
but my
can't
thing
handle
is-
the playoffs
but
because
my-
he's 2-4 in the playoffs.
I get you, but my thing is, you kept. This is what you kept talking about. This is what you kept saying. This is the step you got to take.
Well,
You know
what
what
is
I'm
it they say? Money talks and BS walks.
Yeah.
So it must be BS because he ain't backing it up.
Yeah. So
He didn't.
No, he didn't.
well,
He did.
so
He didn't come close to looking like an MVP yesterday.
No.
but and
Out of the
I'm
4
not-
quarterbacks yesterday, he had the worst game of all 4. of them.
Yes,
that is probably true.
because I thought Goff played a good game.
No, it's the same thing.
She told my wife telling me they're playing last week's show.
Yeah, I thought Goff played.
Is it?
Said the link is playing last week's show.
Why? Oh.
I thought Goff played well. He had a lot of
I think
drop.
one
He played
said
well.
The
she got
receivers
on.
dropped a lot of passes.
He played
man.
well. I don't blame it on him.
Yeah.
I blame the mistakes on the coach.
Yeah.
I
Well,
can see.
Right. Now we can talk about that one.
Okay.
Right. Because you said you
I
was
can
gonna be
see,
back-
and I'm gonna tell you the rebuttal. My rebuttal. But first,
Mhm.
I can see if you tried the first time.
Right.
Oh, she said she got it now.
Mhm.
I can see
Good job,
if you
dude.
do it the first time.
Right.
He
that
put
sec-
pressure on himself.
That second time,
He had
kick
to
that
keep
field
up
goal.
with
Right.
Mahomes.
Because this is my rebuttal to that.
Mhm.
You got to understand when you play in regular season, I understand the things that you do, but you got more games in the regular season to
Right.
play.
True.
Playoff game is one. You got to
One.
win one game.
Right.
When you get in that playoff, all the points, the opportunity for you to come up with points,
Mhm.
you got to take those opportunities. Now I know you was gambling on fourth down, and I'm gonna give you a pass on the first one because it was a good call,
Right.
a good play. The guy dropped it.
Drop the ball.
That second one, you needed points.
Right.
You got to take those points.
So
True.
I think he should have took those
let
points
me
Let me just say
because it
this.
would have been a tie game after they scored that touchdown.
Let me just say this. When two things. One, the first half, you got 4th and 3. You got a
Right.
chance to get a touchdown.
That's when he should have won.
You didn't go then,
Right.
but you kicked a field goal. The second time,
Right.
San Francisco come out, kick a field goal. You got a chance to tie that field goal up
Right.
just by kicking your
To
own
take it
field
away,
goal. But
yeah.
no, you
Right.
go for it
Right.
then.
For it. Right.
all
What
right.
kind of
I'd have went on that first to make
maybe
the
he
score
should've went the
31.
first one.
Even if he didn't make to try to go to boost it up
Right.
that first time when he kicked the field goal, I'd have thinking he should have went then.
Mm.
You know,
So help me out with something because you said
That's why I say he's an
the
idiot.
playoffs, you got to win. If you are like the number 1 seed, you got to win 2 games to make it to the
no.
Super Bowl.
What I'm saying is,
All
it's
right.
not the amount of games. You got to win one game to keep going. I'm not saying in
You
the
gotta
playoff,
win every-
right? If you lose, where if you in the regular season, if you can't do those gambles, and if you lose, you still got more games to play because it's a long season. And the playoff is 1 and out. If you lose,
Yeah.
you're done. You know what I'm saying? If you lose, you're done.
Mhm.
You ain't got no tomorrow. So you can't
Well,
be. You got to get points on the board when you can get points on the
So
board in the playoff.
Clearly, what it is though, losing is no tomorrow.
Right.
Right.
But you won the whole AFC division. You number 1 seed. All you need to require to get to the Super Bowl is 2 victories.
Yeah, I understand
What?
that. I understand that, but that's not what I'm
Anybody-
talking about.
I got you.
You,
Bobby.
if you don't win the first victory, you're not getting to the second one.
Anytime you lose, you're done.
That's what I'm saying. So that's why I'm saying you can't treat that game like you do a regular
Like a
season
regular
game.
season game.
That's all I'm saying. You can't treat that playoff game like a regular, where if I go for it on 4th down, don't get it, all right, we can win next week or whatever. There is no next week if you lose this game. So if you get points on the board, you gotta get points on the board when you can. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. You can't keep taking those chances. You know what I mean? You did it one time, I get it. It didn't work. The next time, put them point, because now when they scored that touchdown, they scored instead of being down 3, they lost by 3. The game would have been tied. Could have went in overtime.
Correct.
That's what I'm saying.
All right. So what I'm saying, so like when we look at this Kansas City Baltimore's Raven game, the second half of the game, the offense, Baltimore had the ball the majority of the second half.
They had a lot of
Yeah,
opportunities. They had a lot of opportunities.
Yes.
Yes. They had a lot of
They
opportunities.
battled, and it just wasn't what it was supposed to be.
The offense to me was out of sync. I won't even say so much the defense. like I said, Kansas City only scored 17 points. You could win in the playoffs, let the team score 17 points. You averaging 30-something points. You know what I'm saying? You gave up 17, you should be in good shape. The offense ain't show up. They ain't show up. That's my. It seemed like they was out of sync from the beginning. And I'm not blaming what happened in the beginning of the game with the kicker. That's just disrespectful for me. But I'm just talking about you coming to play. I don't think. And then you got what's his name, the tight end named Kelsey on the sideline, popping junk in the game on the sideline, popping junk. This is your house. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I just don't get it. It's like, come on, man, you in your house, man. You know, I just don't see it.
All right, entering the studio set is Slick the Relic.
Next to you, kid. My X-Train up.
Okay, and it seems that the Magnificent really don't want him next to him. But
Stop playing.
let's welcome aboard. Ty, so what is your take on the
I agree
game?
with my man right here when he said the Detroit coach. What was the words you used?
He's an idiot.
He's an idiot. And I agree with him because straight up, I've been talking about this about my team. You know what I'm saying? My team. When you're taking stupid chances like that, everybody want to be Bill Belichick. You know what I'm saying? So you want to take chances like that and then come to playoffs. You playing elite teams now. What you doing that for? They how many field goals they tried that? How many times they passed up on the field goal?
Twice.
And what they lost by?
3 points.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? They could have sent the game to overtime or even won the game.
So John Green said he's not an idiot. He's inexperienced.
Look, this
So-
is the thing.
No, that's true, too.
Let me
That's
say
true,
this
too.
thing.
Wait a second.
All right.
So, I mean, sometimes people gotta seize the moment.
You know
And-
what though? You a head coach. You've been an assistant coach. You don't see other coaches do these things. You got your own philosophy. I get that. But sometimes you got to know what the situation is, what the situation calls for. These guys, they so gun-ho. He is, especially with the fourth down thing. He cost his team the game. He knows he did.
Yeah,
he
he
knows he did.
Let me say this.
Yeah.
We all know, we all remember when Buffalo had to kick that field goal against the Giants, right? Scott Norwood missed the field goal, right? My thing is this. You got some players on that team. This they last season probably. They not coming back. They retiring. You know what I'm saying? You took the game out of your players' hands. Let the kicker miss the field goal. Let him miss it. It's a 40. One of them was 47 yards.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They was trying to say he hasn't made a field goal over 40 yards, 40-something yards. I don't know if it's 40-something yards. He's like 1 for 3
Why he
in
still
the
on
season.
team? Why he still on the team?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Why he
That's
still
how-
on
yeah.
the team?
Why you got
They should have said he was
Right.
1 for 3 during the season for anything over 40 yards.
And
Then
you
that's
got
their
coming
fault.
in.
Yeah, that's their fault.
Right. Come
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
So what was the second field goal? What was the distance?
I don't think it was. I don't think it
mean-
was that far. It might have been 30-something. I don't think it was a long one.
So come on.
Yeah.
Come on. So you all right. So
That
we'll give
second
you-
one they should have went for. They
We'll
should have
give you a
did.
pass on the first one. So what's your excuse on the second one? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. You got to put the players in position. The players, you put them in position to win the game. Win the game. It's a chess match. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I'm salivating if you go for it and you don't get your 4 for 2. I'm like, okay, you putting us at the 50 now
Right.
or the 40? You putting us over here? All right, I'm happy for that.
So let me understand.
But
So last week,
they got away from the running game in the second half too,
Yeah, they did.
which is a mistake on their part.
Yeah, they did. And
Because they was
running
running
well.
the ball down their throat,
Yes, they
It's
were.
killing them.
killing
They
them.
were.
Killing
But
them.
they got away from it in the
Yes, they
second
were.
half for whatever reason. I don't know.
Why? On those 4th down and 3 or 4th or whatever, they ran the ball one time, 4th and like 12 or something,
Right.
and got the first down on 3rd and 12
Yeah,
or something
3rd
crazy.
and 12.
3rd and 12 or something
Yeah.
like that. Ran it.
Right.
Why didn't you run the ball on 4th and 3?
Right.
You had a better chance on that.
Even though I'm gonna give that first one, like you said, that ball was
It's right in his hand.
Like I said,
It was
he
right in
hit
his
him
hand.
in the wrong spot. When I text you yesterday, I said he hit him in the wrong spot because he put it in his hands.
let me read-
Evidently,
You
let me
supposed to catch
revisit
that.
What you guys picked last week. Slick picked the Niners. So you was right on that. What the problem is, and you picked the Ravens.
Right. All right.
Todd, you picked the Niners, and you picked the Ravens.
And everybody?
Sir, no,
No, I think Kirk
Surge.
picked Detroit. Let's
Pick
go.
the Chiefs.
and the Niners. Kurt picked Detroit and Kansas City. Dave followed Surge and did the same
So Kirk's
thing.
the only one who got it right.
I want you to.
No,
I want
me
you.
and Dave.
Listen,
Kirk had
Dave.
Detroit and the Chiefs.
Dave, I want
Oh.
you to ask me who I bet on.
Well, that's a different story.
Well, listen, we're not concerned.
Right,
We're only
right,
concerned with what
With
you
your
said,
overall pick,
not
right.
what you bet.
Right.
All right. D Gores with Detroit and the Ravens. And Ant Green said 49ers and KC. And John Green said 49ers and the Ravens. So I mean, when I think about what Detroit's demise was, not only was it foolish with the field goals, but their defense just don't guard nobody. They
You know
gave
what?
up too many points.
But one of them
The third quarter,
was
they got away
probably
from
the
it.
luckiest play you ever seen in football.
Yeah,
Yes.
That
Yeah.
bomb was so lucky.
yeah.
How many times you see a guy have an interception, it hit him in the face,
Yeah.
and the wide receiver bounce
Yeah,
off
pop
his
up.
and he
Right.
grab it?
Yeah,
That was the luckiest play I think I've seen in
Yeah.
football in years.
that was a big fluke. That was a big
It was
fluke.
a fluke.
Yeah, it was
And
a
they
big
scored
fluke.
because of that.
Yeah.
So what bothered me was that right after they scored after that, they turned around and fumbled.
And fumble.
That's what messed them up.
Yeah,
Because now you really giving them momentum.
Yeah.
First, you didn't kick the field goal. Then you gave up the fluky touchdown. And then you
the
fumbled.
turnover.
And now all the momentum is against you.
Right. And this is why you're supposed to kick the field goal, because you never know what the other team's gonna flub on. You know what I'm saying?
That's facts.
You kick the field goal, tie the game, they can wind up fumbling on something, and now you over there on their side of the ball to score, and now you good because you kicked that field goal.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
You know your football. See.
Son, listen. I'm a chess player. Facebook know who I am. TA know who I am. But anyway, it's messed up.
He's talking facts, though. He's talking facts.
Yeah, it's just and it's unfortunate. Like I said, you got players on there. I'm gonna give you a Steelers story. The year we went 15.
Hold on.
It's
Hold
quick.
on.
It's quick.
Hold on. No. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying, we got plenty of time. I think every time you're gonna be here, we're gonna hear Steelers.
I gotta give you a reference.
I think
all
every
right?
time it gotta be a
Oh, it's
Steelers
gonna be a
story.
net story.
You know
But
what
I
I'm
gotta
saying?
give you a reference. Jerome, we went 15-1, right? That was Ben's first year or whatever. I forgot what it was. I think it was rookie season. We lost to New England in the playoffs. Jerome Bettis, the bus, was gonna retire. And Ben cried and begged him to come back.
He
And the
came back. I
following
remember
year,
that.
we won the Super Bowl.
I remember that. That was the second year.
Bus,
we
the
won
bus
Super
was
Bowl.
gonna retire
Yeah.
that year. You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm talking about. Like, yo, don't take the game out the players' hands. Let them lose the game.
Right.
You okay? Let me reference one then. That's even more relevant as far as I'm concerned. The Miami Dolphins first year with Dan Marino got to the Super Bowl. They assumed that they was going to have more Super Bowls with them.
Tell him.
They didn't have no more.
Never got
So
back.
you
Never
don't
got
know.
back.
And even Dan Campbell said it. He said,
He said it,
there's
yeah.
no
Tell him.
presumption that we're going to make it again next year,
Yeah.
even this fall.
He said
So
it's
he
gonna be
knows
even
that.
harder.
Right.
Yeah.
He knows this.
Yeah.
Right.
And he still blew the opportunity that they had.
That's right. Because
You
because
can't coach like you coach in the regular
Right,
season. I'm
it's
sorry,
it's
not in the
playoff.
playoffs. You can't
I
do
get
that.
it. He's not as experienced. But
Nah, you
man,
can't do that.
please. If amateurs like us can sit here and say, why are you going for it instead of kicking a field goal, then a professional football coach should have enough sense to take the damn points. I hate when they don't do that these days.
You know what happened
That's the
too?
one thing that bothers me
You get-
more than anything. You guys don't take points.
Sir, you know what happened too? You get caught with your ego. That's regular season. That's
But he's
ego.
But he's not the
You
only
can't.
one.
You
see-
can't do
see
that
a
in the
lot- you
playoffs
seen
and
a
play
lot
with your
of-
ego.
a lot of,
You'll be going home.
How many
like
times
he
you
is.
see these coaches
You know?
say, okay, let's go for it instead of taking the 3 points, easy
Right.
3 points at that.
Right.
It's not a hard one. They're on the third down and 4
So
to
only-
go, but instead of taking the 3, you mess around, you try for the touchdown, you don't get it, and then just like Javi yesterday, you end up losing by 2 or 3
Yep.
points.
The only
You don't
argument
take the point.
I'll give these guys this year, the kickers suck. The whole season, these kickers were horrible. That's the only thing I try to get, because watching these games, easy kicks, yo, these guys can't kick for nothing. I've seen more misses this year, I think, in any year. It seemed like, league wide.
Right.
It was so many misses this year. So I don't know.
And guess what? I'm still making him go out there to kick.
Yeah.
He's still going out there.
Yeah, gotta go.
It's like I said, you got one job.
Yeah.
That's your only job.
Right.
Go out there and you do
Because you know
your
what's funny?
job.
Because even like the game before with Buffalo, when the
Right.
guy missed it with Kansas City,
Right.
you figure you go for it, you let the kicker kick it, he miss it, then you be like, damn, we should have went for it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
true.
So you damn if you do,
Yeah,
you
you
damn
can't
if you
win
don't.
either way,
You
man.
You know what I'm saying?
Can't win either way. That's true.
Oh boy, it's
That's
crazy.
definitely true.
It's hard. It's hard. I get it. But those it's funny. You talking about yards, like that ain't a whole lot of space, but it's hard to get, man, when everybody know you need it. And one down, and
That's
if
it.
you ain't got the right play,
You
but
can't even have the right play, and the
Just
guy
don't
who
work.
you throw it to
don't catch
the
it.
ball.
Catch the
Then
ball.
what do you do?
That's
Right.
the same thing that happened
Yeah.
to Buffalo during the preseason,
Mhm.
during the regular season, when that guy missed the ball on the sidelines that he threw because he wasn't used to being in the game. I get that. He's not he don't get a lot of run,
Right.
and he missed that pass, but it was right there for him to
You
catch.
gotta catch it.
Just like who was it? Reynolds. That pass was like I
Right.
said,
It
it
was
was in
right
his
in his
hands.
hands. In his
Right.
hands.
Doesn't
Yep.
even- You even let caught the ball to win the game, got the first down. Scantlin,
That's what,
he even caught it. He missed balls all
what
year.
did I say?
Yeah,
What did I say when he did that? I said, man, I thought he was gonna drop that.
Yeah,
I expected him to drop it
Mhm.
because
He
he's
even
dropped it
caught it.
all season.
all
did say
season.
And then yesterday, when he counted,
When they needed it.
honestly, the whole playoffs,
Yeah.
he's been catching the ball
They've
now.
been catching it. That's true.
He's
All of
been
them.
playing like he normally do.
Yeah.
He wasn't a guy that dropped a lot of passes
know.
like that.
Not like that. Not like this year.
So
That's crazy.
It is crazy.
so moving forward with Kansas City and Baltimore.
D.
He never was on our football squad in the hood. He's on the sideline.
He's inside.
So
Put it.
moving forward with the Chiefs and the Ravens. Is Patrick the GOAT and is
No, not yet.
well
He's the GOAT for KC.
When you saying the GOAT is for all time,
right now? The current
right now he is. You saying all time?
No,
Right now?
you
no,
can never
we
say
can't.
all time.
Well, we can't say all time
right. You can't
because
say
his
all
body of work is not
It's
done.
not finished.
Okay.
Right.
So
Right now, he sure enough is.
And he got a lot of body of work to catch Brady.
Well, he's the GOAT right now.
Yeah, he is.
He's the GOAT right
You
now.
can't take nothing from him right now. Ain't nobody
And-
better than him out there.
and Lamar is what right now?
He's Lamar.
He's chasing.
He's a quarterback.
Licking his chops.
he's
He's
Lamar.
not quarterback.
Him and Dak is sitting somewhere talking
Say
about
so.
how
Right,
to
yeah.
change
Listen,
their play.
They called each other up at the
Listen,
end of the
I don't
game.
want to say it.
Zach is happy right now. He said, at least I ain't by myself.
The pressure's
Yeah.
the pressure's on
He
him.
said, yeah, I got company. Exactly. He ain't by himself.
Usually do love company.
You damn right.
But you know what?
Shit.
I'm gonna
That's
say
crazy.
this. Sometimes you do have those rough situations. We all remember the Jim Kellys, you know what I'm saying? The Danny Whites, you know. I wouldn't let him go.
No, of course, they're not letting
You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't let him go.
You ain't letting him go.
Yeah,
Right.
He's not going nowhere.
Well, like y'all just said a minute ago, like Detroit's coach, he know it might be hard to be back, but Lamar has maybe a better chance of getting back if they come back.
It's hard.
Not,
It's hard.
Not so. You got to look who you got in that AFC division.
It's
you
hard.
got what's coming back from
Right,
Cincinnati.
Burrows,
Yeah, it ain't gonna be easy.
And
Right? Keep going.
You got the up and coming. You got the up and coming Houston with Stroud with that quarter. It ain't gonna be easy for them
No,
to get
it
back
ain't
either.
You still got
And you
Josh
still got
Allen.
Josh.
Right.
Yeah,
Keep
and of
going.
course, and you still got Mahomes.
And
Well,
you got
Wow.
Justin
Rodgers.
Herbert
Mhm.
with Jim Harbaugh as a coach.
Right.
Wow.
So
Pitts-
it ain't.
Pittsburgh not even mentioned.
Nah, y'all ain't got
Wow.
nobody.
Wow.
Get out of
Mention
here. Y'all ain't got
Kenny
nobody.
Pickett.
Get
Ain't got
out
a
of here. Get
quarterback,
out of here.
man.
Y'all ain't
Because
got
you're
no
not
money.
mentioning Kenny. You
Mitch Trubisky.
you mentioned Mason Rudolph. How about that?
Oh.
Stop playing, man.
Yeah,
Stop
that's
playing.
yeah. Mason
Well,
Rudolph.
they-
You know
they
what
let you
Mason
sit at
Rudolph.
the table.
Mason Rudolph and Zach Wilson are gonna be playing second and third string for the UFL,
Oh,
whatever that new league is
That
that
new
they
league,
got.
what they got?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're
I'm
not
a-
even starting. They're
I'ma
going second
tell
and
you-
third string.
I'm gonna tell you.
Your boy's
Cleveland-
not that good.
Okay. Well,
He know
Cleveland.
that.
I'm
He
gonna
know
just
that.
say this. Cleveland was. I don't know if I remember that the first week or the first 2 weeks. Cleveland was they were serious, but then Chubb got hurt. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Chubb was a
Chubb.
serious business.
Oh,
right
yeah.
there.
Yeah, you can't
So
count
you
them out.
can't count them
No,
out
you
neither.
can't
No,
count
you
them
can't
out.
count
You know what I'm
Cleveland out.
saying?
No.
Yeah.
Especially if
They
Deshaun
proved it
get his
this
head
year.
up
Yeah.
straight.
Yeah.
They
Who
proved
knows
it
when
this
that's
year.
gonna happen. When has he played a full?
I know when it's gonna happen when they just let him go back to doing what he was doing in Houston because he was playing like a monster when they was letting
Yeah.
him go to the.
He got to get
massage
more
parlor.
masseuses.
Yeah, he needs some masseuses. Let's be real about it. When he had
Evidently-
masseuses, he
Look,
was killing
evidently
it.
it just took one. He must have paid that one right. They give her the right
Messed
amount of
him
money, and then everything came out. You
Yeah,
know
he
what I
fell
mean?
apart.
Yeah.
He fell apart. If I was the owner for what you call it, he'd be having that private masseuse every week.
There you go.
Different one
There
every
you
week.
go. There you go. Don't worry about it. Ain't nobody gonna
Insurance
know.
right
We'll
after
do it
the
right
bill.
here. We'll do it right
Yeah.
here.
I mean, it's crazy because how do you get from that good to that bad in 3 years? I mean, I get he was
What-
injured.
Was he really horrible or?
He
He
ain't
wasn't-
played a
he
full
wasn't
season,
Deshaun
man.
He
Right.
wasn't looking good early
Right.
in the year. He wasn't looking that
Deshaun
good. They were
Watson.
winning, but he wasn't
what
looking
they
good.
thought they paid guaranteed $230 million.
You could
for.
tell he
Right.
looked rusty. He
That,
looked rusty.
that one contract messed up a lot of things for.
Oh yeah, it messed
Yeah.
up football.
messed
Yeah,
up football.
because everybody thought they could get guaranteed
Get that,
contract
yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
And they was like, "We're not going that
Yeah,
route.
that's not gonna happen no more.
We're not going that
Just
route."
because Cleveland's stupid. There
Yeah.
you go. Put them on the list. Diane Campbell, idiots. You don't guarantee a contract in football.
No,
You can't do it. It's not like baseball and basketball.
too violent a
Right.
sport.
You just never know. And now they out $230 million. They don't know if Deshaun's gonna come back next year and be Deshaun. They hoping like they finally get that
Right.
genie in a bottle, but they still up in the air because he hasn't played for them the way he did when he was at Houston.
True.
If they had that quarterback with that defense, they'd be one of the top teams for real, for
Mhm.
sure.
And like
And
you
they
said,
were
bring
this
back
year
the
without it.
running back Nick Chubb.
Yeah.
It was like that when they still had Kareem Hunt.
Right.
They got running backs.
Right.
They got everything. They got,
They got
wide
another guy.
receivers now.
Right.
They
That
got
other guy's
that
a good
up-and-coming-
running-
And Jack and Joku with the tight end, he up and coming.
No, they didn't. Did they
They
have Kareem?
need the quarterback.
Kareem Hunt play with Cleveland this year?
Kareem Hunt.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, but even that other guy who took Chubb's place is
Yeah,
good.
Yeah.
Even that guy's good. I forget his name's a rookie. He's good.
Okay.
Yeah, because they only put Kareem Hunt in at the goal line. He's good
Right,
at yeah.
right.
But the guy they got who plays running, he's good. The guy who took his spot. So they got players.
They got talent.
Yeah, they got
They got
players.
talent. They just
And
need
that defense good.
quarterback.
Yeah.
Oh, they got a good offensive line too.
Yes, that's what it's thought they do.
That's
So
what
it's
everything-
so that's why you say it ain't gonna be easy.
No, it's never easy because you got
You know, for them guys, for Lamar and them to get back.
Like, it's hard.
It ain't gonna be
Them
easy.
guys they take turns in the AFC.
No.
Well, Kansas City been 6 consecutive years to the championship. They,
Right.
didn't
They
come
won
out.
what? Two
The
Super Bowls.
AFC,
Yeah.
AFC championship.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And they won what?
AFC.
2 Super Bowls.
Two. They
Right.
won
They
two and
lost
lost
one.
two.
Oh, they lost two?
Lost
They-
one. What they?
They lost one.
Lost one,
one,
right? They
two.
lost one.
Right.
Right.
They
Got
gotta
beat
go
up
this
by
year.
Tampa Bay.
I remember when Kansas City went to the first Super Bowl.
What? Back in the
Yeah,
Nineteen-
yeah.
Lynn
back in
Dawson
those
years?
days.
That's
That's Green Bay.
Lynn
Yeah,
Dawson.
lost in space. Yeah,
1970.
yeah.
Yeah, Lord Dawson.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's why I say he's the GOAT
oldest
of KC
oldest
right now.
Taylor and them boys.
Yeah.
The wide
Yeah.
receiver. Yeah.
Yeah, Lynn Dawson.
Yeah.
So
They had a good defense.
Yes, they
too.
did.
Yeah, boy, they got one of the
Willie
best
Lanier,
defenses.
Yeah.
Buddy Bell.
Jim
Took
Lynch.
them-
Buddy Bell. Wow.
Jim
Took
Lynch.
them
They
around.
had
What was that big?
Buck Buchanan.
There you
Buck
go.
Buchanan.
There you go.
You
Buck
better
Buchanan.
believe
There
it.
you go.
They had a great team.
Yeah.
How far did I forgot? How far did Joe Montana take them?
Take who?
Kansas City.
They didn't go to the Super
Championship. He
Championship
lost for the
game.
championship game.
Okay,
Yeah.
I forgot.
Yeah. They lost.
Did Alex Smith come after that? After
Yes.
After,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
he was
Yeah,
there.
Alex Smith. Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, it's going to be a good game, of course.
all right, let's talk about Detroit and the NFC and the Niners again. Because we were trying to just cover the AFC. What is your I mean, it's clear that, well, it's obvious that you said the coach just outright blew it, not kicking the field goal. But in reality, like Detroit, like, you know, the defense was, they just gave it away. So in the first half of the game,
You keep
the
saying that,
offense
Dave, but the
kept
first
ball.
one was a fluke, and the second one they had a short field
all right.
because they fumbled at the 30?
30.
Right.
But
right,
did they make
fumble,
any
right.
stops in between it?
Yeah, they did. The whole first half they had them
Yeah.
shut down.
Yeah.
No. What happened was in the first half,
What happened, Dave?
Detroit had the ball most of the time.
Because they
had
were
it-
stopping.
and that-
Because they were stopping
And
the
that's, part of,
49ers.
and that's part of shutting the other
Yeah,
team
they were
down.
stopping the
See,
49ers.
I
That's why
understand
they had
what
the
he's-
ball.
I understand what you're saying, but this
Thank
is what
you.
we talked about earlier.
What he
y'all
saying?
talked about
What are you
earlier.
saying?
No, I'm saying what y'all talked about earlier is they abandoned the run
Right.
in the second half. So that gave them time possession in the first half because once they got the ball, they, you know what I'm saying?
Right. They had long drives.
Right, they
let's-
had the long drive.
Let's be clear. Who had the ball in the first game?
Let me see what
Who had
time
the ball the
possession.
majority of the time in the second half of the game?
What, in that
Baltimore
Ravens
did, but they
game?
wasn't doing nothing
You
with
talking
it.
about, you talking
That's
about
correct.
the Lions, right? Oh, you
No,
talking
I'm
about
talking
the
about
We're talking about the first game.
Ravens.
Who had the ball in the second half most of the time?
The Ravens did, but
Anybody else?
they didn't. They didn't.
Wait a second.
They
Anybody
blew
else?
themselves up because he was
But,
overthrowing guys. He was underthrowing guys. They
but-
wasn't running the
all right,
ball,
cool.
so they
But-
helped the defense.
But the defense
San
had to work.
Francisco didn't help the defense.
They
Sometimes you
defense
can help
worked,
the
But they
defense.
defense played good enough to win that game. You can't
Yes.
blame that game on the defense, is what I'm saying.
I'm not.
They
blaming
played
the
good enough to
defense.
win.
You
That's-
think the
it's-
defense played good enough to win?
Yes,
Yeah,
17
no,
points. Yes,
17 points.
against Kansas City. Yes.
Honestly,
No,
against
no, yeah.
anybody,
No, wait.
17
no,
points
wait,
against anybody.
Wait a second. I'm talking about the second game now. Do you think?
Oh, I'm talking. Yo, you said
Wait,
we still on the first game.
No,
We're still on the first. You said the first game. I mean, I thought that's what we talking about.
I'm talking about what I asked you about was the first game, but what I said that Detroit defense was not stellar. So when I went back to it, I asked y'all who held the ball most in the first game, in the second half.
You said the
Who
Ravens.
all right, and now flip it back to the second
Oh,
game.
I didn't hear that flip back.
Now flipping it back to the second game, the defense on the other side, when the Niners had the ball in the second half, they did not hold.
But you can't
They
go by
scored-
that. You
But
know why,
you gotta
Dave?
Because
say
they
two
had
touch,
scored- they
Dave,
scored
you
quick.
gotta understand two
two
things.
touchdowns where Serge was talking about.
When the
was
Ravens was playing on offense, they wasn't playing on other team's side of the ball. They was always in their half of the field. They never got past the 50-yard line that often to even attempt to score in the
Exactly.
second half. So it wasn't that they wasn't
He had longer drives.
right.
But
takes
when you
it's
score,
harder
when
to
you
score
score, when you get a fluke pass and hit the guy in the helmet,
And then
and
you
your
get a
man catch the
fumble.
ball, and
And
you
then
right
you-
at the goal line, and then you fumble at the
Then you fumbled
20-something
the ball
yard
just
line.
that quick.
I
Come on,
can't blame
man.
the defense.
You can't blame that on the defense.
They scored 2 touchdowns
not-
in a matter of
I'm
minutes.
not
Yeah.
blaming the defense, but I'm gonna tell you the defense was part of Detroit's demise. All right.
I don't
And
think so.
I
But
know-
but
I know
if you
you
go
don't.
by that point, then San Francisco
Defense
wasn't that
was
great
horrible,
because
too.
they
No,
gave
they
up 31
wasn't.
points.
They
Yeah.
wasn't, and
And they really gave up 31 points because Detroit was driving on
Yes.
them.
yeah,
They
Yeah.
was
they,
running it down their
Pounding the
throat.
ball down.
Yeah.
they didn't have no answer for them.
San
in the
Francisco couldn't run the ball. They relied solely on the pass. The only one who was running was Purdy. Purdy was running.
Yes.
Oh,
He
he saved.
did-
He
yeah,
saved.
he
him.
saved
him.
him.
He
He
saved
saved
him.
him.
He saved
He
him.
did.
He
He
saved him.
definitely.
Yeah.
He definitely saved him.
No.
Yeah, he was. He was.
Yeah.
Well, he saved him
But
a couple of
McCaffrey-
2 big
few
jobs.
times.
McCaffrey didn't do nothing as far as running. I mean, he scored a few times, but that's because he's right there at the 3-yard line. Yeah.
Oh, he got hit one time and he asked to come out too.
Well, he got like hit in
Yeah,
the
he
head.
got hit.
Yeah.
And then they put the other guy in and he scored.
He scored.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yo, they had a 24-7, right?
yes.
24-7 lead, man. And you
Yeah,
abandon your game plan.
Right.
You know what I'm
gave up
saying?
the game plan.
You don't
I'm
abandon,
looking at I'm
you don't abandon the game plan, especially if you up that much and you're running the ball. Because now you can milk the clock.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Make it harder for them.
Tell him, Silk.
Slick. Make it hard. Make it hard.
Yo, I'm
Very-
crying. Yo, I like that.
You Silk now.
I like, yeah.
Listen, y'all,
Tell him, son.
make it harder for them Because look, once you, and not to mention, you tiring the defense out now. You know what I'm saying? Like they got to stop your running backs. You tiring the defense out in the second half. Now they in desperation mode. Now somewhere down the line, every play gonna be a pass. You know what I'm saying? Because they got to play catch up.
Right.
Now, when you get to those 4th and 2s and you at the 30, you know what? Yo, go kick that 47-yard field goal. You know what I'm saying? Go kick it. You know what I'm saying? If you mess up, all right, you mess up. We're gonna work, we're gonna think about what we're gonna do with you after this postseason. But right now, you gotta go out there and kick the football. You know what I'm saying? It's not hard to, like, we don't watch football so much that we know what to do.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? And so why is the experienced coach that's getting paid millions, he wanna experiment? Because that's what I look at it as. Like we don't respect y'all this much that we gonna go for them.
Sometimes
we don't respect y'all.
Sometimes, that's they call that fool's gold.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm looking at it now.
When you talk about the fool's gold, because what you did in the regular season, you think you could do in the playoffs.
Right.
That's fool's gold, man.
Right.
Yeah,
That doesn't happen.
Because now you in the playoffs and
All
damn
right.
near every team is elite.
Yeah,
It's gonna be some shaky teams,
All right, so
come
John
on.
Green added, I think the Lions thought that they had the game won and couldn't gain momentum. What do y'all think about that?
well, let's check this out.
You ain't
This
had
is
a game
golden-
one. You ain't had a game one until it say 0-0-0-0 on the clock.
Listen,
You ain't got no
the
game
golden
one.
rule,
You believe in that?
the golden rule in all sports, you on the road, you take your points. That's
Yeah.
the golden rule.
That's true too. Yes,
You know what I'm
indeed.
saying? They in San Fran. You better take every point because guess what? What we always say in basketball, yo, they gonna hang around, and then they gonna fucking win the game. Pull it out.
All right.
That happens all the time.
Keep it
Right.
clean, but no doubt.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
Right.
Oh, my bad.
All right.
Mm.
Let's just right. In proper perspective, I guess when you talk of basketball, and if you're running up the offense, you might need to save some of that offense for later on. Because once the home team start making a run, you're waning. All right. So
Okay.
again,
That's all John Green.
yeah. So what did you take away when the loss?
Mhm.
On what loss?
Everything is up
Okay. All right.
Who lost?
on
Okay.
Detroit loss.
Well, we said that. I mean, coaches. I mean, I ain't trying to do the blame game, but you will win or lose this game by the decisions you make, and I think a couple of decisions he made cost them the game. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
you know what
You know?
else I hate? It didn't happen in these games, but you know how teams get big leads and then they do that pretty much that prevent defense.
Right.
And guys are just if you're a good
Like you said, you think the game is. You don't win the
You
game in
just-
the first
right.
half.
He can dunk and
Right.
Yeah, you don't win the
Right,
game.
push
You
it
gotta
down the
you
middle,
gotta
down
do
the
the
middle
same
and
thing you
score.
was doing that first half. That got you could do the same thing coming out in the
You said
second half.
that didn't happen this game.
No, it didn't
Yeah.
happen.
You
But
know.
I hate that anyway.
Well,
I just
Yeah,
don't
no,
like
prevent
when teams
defense
do that.
just means
You
you're gonna
just-
let the other team score.
Yeah, but you just gotta.
You're really preventing
let
them.
him
You're trying to run down
No,
the clock.
prevent defense prevents the field goal, but enables the touchdown.
Yeah, but
That's what
it takes some time off the clock because they want to keep everything in front of them and not get the long.
But
pass
even
over
with
their head.
that, like you said, like what he said, what's your name now?
Slick,
I don't-
The
slick,
living fossil.
slick.
Yeah.
Anyway,
sir.
go ahead.
But
I'm not
but
gonna say silk.
like you
Slick.
said, a missed field goal.
Mhm.
No, not even a missed field goal because you ain't do the field goal, but stop you on fourth down.
Right,
You give the other team momentum.
right there, right there. Where
Right.
you
You give the team
That
momentum.
changes the momentum
Right.
right there.
You know what I'm
It really
saying?
does.
Yeah. So sometimes you got to go for that because you don't want to
Especially
give
after they
another
scored
team.
real
And then
quick.
you give the team momentum. They score real quick, then they get it and they go down and score.
Right.
And then, like you said, you fumble, we get it, and we score again. Come on, you didn't give them that swing, just bam. Now
It
all
was
the
gone.
pressure's on you now to move the ball.
You know what
Now
that
you get the
remind me of?
defense height.
When,
And they're at home.
When Atlanta played the
Oh,
Patriots.
please. That Super Bowl was the worst.
That
Yo,
reminded
that
me
was
of
the
that.
worst. That
That's
was the
another
worst.
coaching. That's
The
another
guy-
coaching.
and that's the same
Dan
coach
Quinn.
for San Francisco.
No,
He was the offensive coordinator.
No, that was Dan Quinn. He was the defensive coordinator for the Cowboys.
No, but was the offensive coordinator for the Falcons, the coach of the 49ers. He was the offensive coordinator for the
Mike,
Falcons. Shanahan.
Shanahan.
Yes. He was
but
the
can't-
offensive coordinator for the Falcons in that Super Bowl. Yes. Stop running the ball.
Sometimes you
Matty Ice was the quarterback.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, I remember
sometimes
He
you
stopped running the ball.
sometimes you overthink for no reason. You just overthinking the
that.
situation.
You know, some coaches, you start outsmarting yourself.
Yeah, you outsmarting yourself. That's a
panic.
I know
better
what
Right,
I'm.
word.
so
I
we-
know what I'm doing.
We got
Right.
2 weeks because we got this week and next week. So it's like a week to, recover, guys with the injuries, lick their wounds. So off the rip right now, the 49ers is 1-point favorite. Who do you guys like? And what do y'all think about that? Detroit has poor coaching. Who said that?
That's what he said. Well, we don't got it. We don't,
Right, it's
we don't-
not
it's
here.
not coming up.
I can pull it up. But Detroit
Detroit.
has poor coaching.
Mhm.
All right.
They need to click the StreamYard, like you need to tell them to click StreamYard. So in order for them,
Mhm.
Facebook users,
All right.
so you can see who it is.
Right.
It's going to keep coming up saying Facebook users. They don't actually come and see.
Okay.
All right. Facebook users, please click StreamYard. Share. All right. John Green. Pete Carroll tried to outthink Bill Belichick. That's what he
He's
had.
an idiot.
All right.
He's an idiot. The words
Oh,
of
that
surge.
and that was
That
the
was the word.
Seattle game
Yes,
Right.
you
and
don't give
whatnot.
it.
And
You
he
don't
didn't give
give
the
it.
ball to Marshawn
Yeah,
Lynch.
you got to be out of your mind.
All right. So let's
That's
get
the
back.
last time I ever rooted for Seattle again in my life.
Let's get
Done.
let's get back to it. Let's get back to it. San Fran, 1-point favorite. Who do you guys like, and what do you think?
I'm not really. I don't have nothing in this game. I'll tell you, none of these teams are mine. But how do you go against Mahomes? I mean, how do you do that until somebody beat him? Right? You
Mhm.
can't go against him.
Slick.
I agree. I
I
agree.
meant to say so.
I,
ahead.
I agree because like you said, he's the more experienced. He knows he's crafty.
He's
That's all
like
I can say.
he's like to me, and I couldn't stand Jordan when he played. He got that same thing in him.
Mhm.
He he
yes.
he don't want
He gonna beat you any kind of way.
any kind of way he can figure out to beat you, just like
Yeah.
Jordan. That's what he's gonna do.
Right.
He's the,
This guy, he got that
he
that
the
it in him.
assassin, right?
Yeah, that it, whatever that thing like Jordan had, he got the same thing.
Serge, what you
It's
got?
gonna be hard to beat this guy. You gotta beat him. You gotta kill him. You gotta do something to him to knock him out the game for him. Because even when he hurt, he come. Remember last year he was hurt his
Right,
ankle
his
and
ankle,
ran
right.
that going like 25 yards for the first down.
Yep.
Yeah, he ain't go out of bounds or nothing.
No,
Nah, this guy, he's something else, man.
because I remember a few plays before he was limping on the.
Yeah, you barely was. He ain't coming out the game.
Mm-mm.
All right, Serge, what you got?
Yeah, there's no way. I mean,
I can't go against him.
you can't because he's been there, he's done it, he's proven he could do it, and you still got Purdy, who he not
Mr.
proven-
Irrelevant.
Right,
John
he-
Green,
he hasn't
Chiefs
proven
will-
a thing.
Exploit San Francisco secondary. So, Coach Kirk,
I think the 2 weeks will help Debo,
Oh, for sure.
and I mean he had a couple of, nothing extraordinary in the game. He had a nice little run
right?
or catch and run, whatever.
Yeah, he wasn't a
Yeah.
factor.
He wasn't a major factor,
But just him being on the court,
Right.
being on the field, they need him on.
They
the field.
need him.
Presence, yeah.
and I do think San Francisco can run on KC. They keep saying KC's a good can stop
You
the
can run on them.
You can run on them.
You can run on.
And I just didn't understand that. I listened to what's name. I don't know who was doing that game, and he
Oh, I
kept saying
can't stand
KC's a good, run stopper. I'm sitting there, wait a minute,
Tony
okay.
Romo.
So I can't stand.
Was it
him.
Romo?
Yeah,
Was that
Romo.
he was doing that
Romo,
game?
yeah, I can't
Okay,
stand him.
I can't stand him either,
Oh,
because you
crap.
can always tell who is he favoring for.
Can't stand when he does a game. Makes me sick.
But
Yo, people say he's a good.
I don't think he
sucks,
is.
just like he did when he played.
I don't
Get
think
outta
he
here.
is. I'm gonna go with the
Oh,
49ers.
That sounds like giant passion.
I'm gonna go with the
No,
49ers.
I ain't a
Oh,
Giant
you
fan.
just going against the
I ain't
grain, no
Giants.
doubt.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the 49ers.
No doubt.
Well, I was going for Detroit. I wanted Detroit to win, but
How'd that work for you?
it didn't work out too well. But,
All right, so I think
now you know why I don't bet money.
I think
Who
that as the 2 weeks go on, I think that the Chiefs should become the favorite. But if San Fran
Let me ask you a question. Was the Chiefs favored in this game against the Ravens?
No,
No, the
No.
Ravens. Was
I didn't
favored.
think so.
They was
It was 3-point underdog.
I didn't think
Really?
so. Yeah.
Three.
Well, I
So-
caught them
Or
on.
3.5.
I caught
at
them
the
a week.
most.
Yeah, you're right.
I ain't think so. So it ain't gonna matter whether
Yeah.
they favored or not. You gotta beat Mahomes.
You got beat him. Yeah.
And remember,
Yeah.
this is neutral, right? They in Vegas,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, some
Yeah, this is neutral
I don't
ground.
even think
so-
the Chiefs was favored against the Bills.
No, they weren't.
They weren't. They probably weren't. Yeah.
No, they wasn't. You right.
And that was in Buffalo.
Yeah.
Right, that's okay. That's
Yeah, they had to
Don't
do
matter.
everything.
Right, on the
was
road.
There's wild card.
What's that in Buffalo?
that was in
Yes.
Buffalo.
Yeah, that was.
Remember, they
Buffalo.
pushed the game back because of the
Oh,
snow.
right.
The first game they played, they was at home against Miami.
Right.
The other two
They
games
wasn't
they
a
was on
wild
the road.
card. They won their division.
Yeah.
They just had to play because they was the 4th seed.
All right, so
No, I don't
everybody
think that
out
was-
there.
No, I don't think that's true.
Um, the-
Pittsburgh was in Buffalo.
Hold up. So everybody
so
out
okay.
there, if
Okay.
y'all want to
KC
check
Miami.
in,
Okay.
the phone lines is open. The number's 516-206-0711. Let us know what you think. Let us know who you like in the Super Bowl moving forward. Again, phone lines is
Oh
open.
my God.
516-206-0711. Give us a call.
Black and gold, black and gold, black and gold.
Black and Gold's not playing now.
It don't matter.
Yeah.
So they chasing us.
Oh, they
They
chasing
still
you?
chasing us.
Oh, okay.
Both
So
teams.
again, John Green said Mahomes answered an important question. He can play on the road. The answer is yes.
Oh yeah, he did it twice.
All right. So with that being said, again, Super Bowl 58 is in Las Vegas
You going to the game?
in front of the TV. I will be there. Popcorn and beer.
Has anybody here ever been to a Super Bowl?
I haven't. No.
No, I haven't.
You have?
No, I haven't.
Oh.
And they've officially priced me out now.
Oh, they priced you out?
They priced you out.
Oh,
What year was that?
shit.
Recently, I've been priced out. Let's Steelers get there.
Well, that's the Steelers. You'll spend everything.
Yeah, I'll
to go
spend
to
that. Yeah, I'll do that.
Oh, shit.
That's it.
Well, at least you ain't got far to. Well, you don't know where
Well,
the game's gonna be.
I'm happy to
Right,
tell
that's
you, you're gonna be saving a whole lot of money.
Oh shit!
Look, I ain't got nothing to say right
Because
now.
I'm gonna tell you, this is how crazy this is. I think the Jets got a better chance of making a
Yeah,
Super
okay.
Bowl than the Steelers do.
Okay,
Wow.
all right,
Wow!
all right.
Woo. You went out on the limb on
Yo,
that one, man.
remember,
Hey.
listen, this podcast
Look,
will be running
where-
the next 10, 20 years, and we will be here.
The podcast might be running. I don't know
Yeah,
about the Steelers.
about we,
This shit,
and I don't know about we gonna be here either. in
We
no
will
20
be here.
years.
And I'll be
You
like,
see-
They're gonna have to
Serge,
get
where
an
you
elevator
at?
for us to come
Not
down
every-
the
Like, yo,
stairs. and
Serge,
shit.
where you at,
Not
kid?
everybody's 45 like you, Bingo. You the young boy in
Listen,
this.
you
in
will
this
be
thing.
here, kid.
Yeah, okay.
Trust
I appreciate that love,
That's
but
right. That's right. You gonna be here too, buddy. We all still gonna be here.
and not only that, in 20 years I'll be 87. I don't even know if I can walk up and down them stairs. It ain't but
Yeah,
5
we
stairs.
gonna need an elevator.
Yeah.
We gonna need an elevator. It's definitely gonna need an elevator.
I just came to do this little solo joint. You know, I got the beats over there.
If San Francisco wins, they tie your Steelers.
I
Super
think
Bowl
me
wins.
and us and the Patriots.
Yeah.
But
six.
KC
Well, y'all got
is
6
right.
up?
Seven.
Yeah.
KC got
No, we got
4. I
6.
think.
Y'all
But
got
KC
6.
is right there.
They got 4.
Yeah, KC's right there, yo.
They still need 2 more, but San Francisco win. They'll have
Man, they
their
got
6.
five.
No, Kansas City got 3. Kansas City only got 3.
They got 3.
No, they won with Len Dawson.
They won 3. They
They
might
lost
have
with-
been to 4.
They lost with
They've been to 5.
Yeah,
Right,
they've been
Right.
to 5.
They've been to 5.
Then
They went to the
Dawson lost.
first and the third.
Oh no, hold up. No, the
They
Jets-
won one once with Lynn Dawson.
Yeah, the first one.
That was
one.
right.
No, they did not. Wasn't the
No,
first
they
one.
won the
Then two.
second
Right.
one. They
Four.
won
The
after.
Raiders
No.
went.
All right, they
Listen.
lost in 2.
They lost in
They
two.
lost. They won after the Jets won.
Right.
Yeah,
They won in
4.
4.
Then they had to win
Right.
4.
Right,
They
1970.
lost
Right.
in
That's the
2.
first one.
Right.
They lost it too because Oakland and
But they
Kansas
lost to
City
Green
both
Bay.
lost to
They
Green
both
Bay.
lost to Green
Right.
Bay.
You're
Right,
right.
right,
You're
right.
right.
I remember that. I saw
Right.
the game.
I remember that.
Oh, you was watching those
Right,
games.
Green
I
Bay
was
won the
watching- I was
first
young,
two.
but I
You was
was watching it.
25 then, right?
Green Bay
No,
won the
no,
first
yeah,
2.
it's-
No, I was
Yeah.
25.
Yeah.
That's why I keep telling you, don't think
Green
I'm
Bay
big
won the
here
first
I was
for
young, but I remember the games. Shit, man. We had just moved to Queens. That they right after that. Cause I moved. No, I moved the year the Jets won.
Okay.
I moved the year the Jets won.
Okay.
We used to live in Brooklyn.
Not Bushwick. Brownsville,
Oh, okay.
422 Blake Avenue.
All
Oh,
right.
you was in the hood straight
Yeah.
up.
That's what's
Too
good.
Trivia question from John Green. What was the ticket price for the first Super Bowl in 1967?
$3.
$15.
$100.
I think it was, I'm going with $3.
I'm gonna say 100.
Shout out to OG.
Man, 1967, I could take $1 into
Oh,
the super,
shout out to
into
the Gooch also
bodega and
on
come
the
out with
check-in.
5 bags of stuff.
He got an answer on that?
You got the answer, John?
John said.
Do he got an answer for that?
I think I'm gonna say $100.
All right, John Green, try
That's it.
to hit us with the answer.
I think $100 is way too high
I
for the
think so.
60s.
In 1969,
Somebody
Yeah.
said, who said
I said 15.
15.
You're
Wow.
I
Wow.
said 15.
you're right?
Wow.
Might as well be 3.
$100 was when probably the late
67.
70s.
So, but how
Shit.
much was
That's
the
a lot of
dollar
money back
value?
then.
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
my
Oh,
parents
yeah.
bought our house for $26.
I just said
$26,000.
Yeah.
I could go in the store with $1, have a soda,
True.
a bag of chips, cakes, 10 candies,
That's
and
right.
get change.
That's
True.
right.
Back
That's
in
true.
that time.
Back in that time,
67.
yeah.
Big bag of chips,
Yeah.
too.
Exactly.
Right.
Not no airbag.
True. Yeah,
a
yeah,
full bag
A
of
full
chips.
bag of
So
shit.
look, you go in the store with 50 cents, you got 100 pieces of candy.
True.
Yeah.
Right.
You just
That's
get 2
right.
for a penny.
Right.
You know
That's
what I'm
right.
saying?
That's why when
Two for
everybody
a
had
penny.
$1, the whole neighborhood was
Yeah, it
good.
was easy.
That's right.
Because all your
Right.
boys was having
Everybody was
candy.
eating.
That's right.
Everybody had candy. Everybody
Everybody.
had something. You
2
get that
for a
bag
penny.
of chips, like I
Right.
said.
Exactly.
It was a $2 bag of
Exactly.
chip now. It was
Yeah.
a 10-cent back then.
That's
So it
right.
was full to the top.
Right.
Where you open it up and it was coming out the top.
Right.
It was
Right.
so
Yep.
full.
Right.
Now you open it up and have
It's
some
on
in
the
his
bottom.
hand.
At the bottom.
You got to reach
Yeah,
down
you
in
gotta
the bag.
A quarter
elbow
bag
in
and shit,
there.
man.
And
Right.
then
That's ridiculous.
I used to always get those Hostess cakes. Them things was like
Yeah,
twice
it
as
was
big.
size
Oh, you
they
know
are
how
now.
big they were,
Now
yeah.
they're the size of a quarter.
Right.
They got a little pinch of cream in
For
it.
$1.50, yeah.
Right, and it's
Yeah.
$3.
Those
Yeah.
are real big.
Yeah.
I
Those
bought
are
a
the biggest ones.
I bought a-
Bills.
I bought a cinnamon raisin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bought a cinnamon raisin roll a few weeks ago. Cinnamon raisin,
Mm.
right? It had
$6?
one raisin in the.
$6? Was it
I forgot-
$6?
it wasn't 6, but I had one raisin
Yeah.
in
You
the
got
in
lucky,
the
you
in
got
the cinnamon.
one.
In 67, gas
Gasoline
was
was
25 cents
25
a gallon.
Yo, let me tell you something.
Woo.
I took my sister. She had she had treatment, right? So I went around the corner park. I walked up the block. So I go to one of those food stands, right?
Uh-huh.
So I said, "Yo, man, give me a butter roll and a coffee." That's what I used to buy back in the day, man. That was my lunch and breakfast, you know. So I'm telling my nephew about it. I said, "Yo, I used to have maybe $2. That would get me my meal and carry me over, man. Back then it wasn't that, man." So I gave the guy $5. He gave me 50 cents back, man. I was like,
Coffee and a
and a
butter
butter
roll.
roll.
a butter roll and a coffee, a small coffee, $4.50.
What kind of bougie neighborhood you live in?
No, that was right. That was in Manhattan.
That's why.
Oh,
that's why.
52nd Street and Lexington.
It's a bougie neighborhood.
Right, 52nd and Lex.
Because anywhere else,
Yeah.
you $3, you could get a coffee and a roll,
Yeah, butter roll.
and you
And-
might get a quarterback.
Right, I got 50 cents. I'm sitting there looking. I say, "Yo,
I
thank
think
you."
Not gonna get
I
it
think
to
the
you.
store on the corner upstairs, Serge, right there in 179.
Yeah,
I think that was the cheapest place you could go to,
it
man.
still is.
It still is, right? I
What,
think
that
so.
place across the
But
street?
even the
No,
place-
right
no,
upstairs on the corner.
Yeah, right on
Oh, the
deli.
corner.
Yeah,
Not the 7-Eleven.
179.
across
No.
the 7-Eleven. No,
Oh,
The
across
deli.
the street by the taxi cab stand.
That's what I'm seeing.
By the taxi cab.
Yeah,
stand?
yeah.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
used to
yeah.
touch
That
it.
was
Yeah.
for decades.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
my whole career.
Yeah,
I think that's the cheapest place you
And
could
you know
go
what
to
the
get
funny
swag.
thing?
Right.
Yeah.
The funny thing about that place, they own that one. And when I used to work at L, the same cats that work in that one
Used
work
to-
in that joint right across the street from the L on the corner
Get
too.
outta here.
That deli. They
Oh,
own that one. I think
Where in
they-
Canarsie?
Rockaway Parkway, yeah.
Get out of here.
Right across the one right there.
same cats.
Oh,
run
wow.
That same joint.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, I'm like, wow, they know where they put
Oh,
their
they smart.
delis.
They smart.
Right on the corner by the train station. They get all the business. I
Wow.
walked in, I saw a whole bar. I was like,
How you
looked
end
at
up
That's
over
crazy.
there?
Yeah, right.
That's crazy. That's
That is-
crazy.
right there. I'm like, wow.
But
Same business
But that
as
meal
us.
used to
That
carry
deserves
me
more
over, man.
analysis.
Yeah, but it just goes to show what time has changed.
Yeah, big time, man.
Yeah.
And then I used to wait for the deals. Like, we going to Wendy's or McDonald's. Or give me the 2 for $3, whatever it was
Right,
costing
right,
back
right.
then. Give me that, man.
Right.
I ain't had no money. The only
Man,
time you
please.
splurge is when you got your paycheck.
Right.
We used,
That's
to
the only
go,
time.
we used to go to White Castles with $1, get 20 burgers.
Yep, I remember that.
Burgers was a nickel.
Nickel
A nickel.
Yep.
back then.
I
We
remember
used to
that.
cut junior high school, me and my boy, and we used to run down to the White Castle over there by Rockaway Boulevard and Liberty and get 20 hamburgers for $1.
All right, let me ask you a question because I know you both y'all Brooklyn. You remember the roller skating rink that used to be down there by Utica?
Yeah, Empire.
You gonna say Empire?
No, not Empire. Empire
Not-
was on.
On
down-
Empire.
Yeah,
Oh,
Empire.
Oh man, what was the name?
Yeah, Empire was on Empire.
yeah,
Yeah.
the one it was
Across-
down by
They was
Utica.
across from.
And when you
Prospect,
had to go
wasn't
past the White Castle on
Yeah,
Utica.
I know which one you're talking about.
That
I
one.
don't remember the name.
Okay.
Oh,
I was
man,
trying
what
to
was the
remember the name of that
It's a
place.
club now.
Is it club now? Oh, okay.
I don't know the name.
Dang, I remember the name. I have to look it up.
But there used to
I'll
be
look
a
it up.
club too across the street, or a block down from Empire, on the other side of the street. It was a couple blocks down.
Getting off track. We gotta know what's next.
Well, I just throw it out there. We wasn't talking sports for a
So I-
second.
you know.
It was a slow
What's-
season, man.
what's
Our
Football
football,
and basketball.
our basketball.
Football about to be over with in a couple weeks.
Our football, our basketball.
And every once in a while, we like to
All right,
reminisce.
so
Right.
we got 2 more minutes.
Yeah.
You know, we old, so we like
Yeah.
to think about what it was like when
Then-
we was young.
then
And
it-
we
right.
was able to jump and run.
When does pitches and stuff go start?
Oh, you
What?
ain't. Oh, that gray on your beard is telling on
Yeah.
you. You better shave it if you don't want to be old, kid. You can't.
Don't pull it too hard.
Yeah.
Don't pull it too hard.
It's costume. Yeah, it's costume.
Don't pull it too hard. Might see the glue come off.
That's what they always say when they don't want to say you look old.
They trying to get some paper.
You know what I'm saying?
I got
You said,
look
nah,
like you
that's
got some money.
experience. That's experience.
You distinguished.
I got
How
something.
much you got in your wallet?
I got something just came in and somebody sent me about the USA basketball.
Mhm.
They Grant Hill said they not letting Draymond Green
Oh
come
yeah,
down.
they came out last
Really?
week.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
that came out last week.
yeah.
Oh, I didn't
They
know
don't-
that.
Suspensions. he
Call
got.
the
Yeah.
call the stuff
Yeah,
that's
they
going
banned
on with him. They don't want
banned
him
him.
down. Yeah.
But you know what the,
Yeah.
He
the
said
thing
Draymond
about
said
that-
it hurt him.
that I didn't like.
Uh-huh.
His NBA career is over.
No,
Not that it's
not
NBA. This is the
They don't
USA
wanna play in
basketball,
the
like the
USA
summer, the Olympics.
Basketball, the
The
Olympics.
Olympics is all that stuff. Yeah.
They want him playing.
Nah,
Yeah,
they don't want
The
to.
thing I didn't like about that Olympic deal was
He
that
got Isaiah.
they went and got all the big time guys now
Right.
on the list.
But they all said they wanted to play. A lot
Yeah.
of them.
Yeah, but it's only because they got
lost.
embarrassed.
They got embarrassed,
in the
right?
last
Well,
one.
like-
That's what
That's
happened
how-
before.
Right, that's how it always happens.
Yeah.
When they get embarrassed, now
Then
all
they
of a
come
sudden
back
you
with the
gotta
gu-
bring in
yeah.
the big guns.
Yeah, they did that
Let
before.
them guys learn and develop the circle. The big guns ain't gonna be around forever.
That's true too.
But-
And they not that bad. They lost, but it's because they're not used to playing it. But once you get used to playing it, they
Mhm.
got the talent to beat anybody.
they do
out
have
there.
the talent. It's just a
Oh,
question of them playing
So
together.
Denise Diaz chimed in. Hi guys, I
That's
truly
my
enjoy
niece.
your
That's
show.
my goddaughter. Love you, baby.
Here's to represent my godfather, the sports star,
There you
Serge.
go.
Excellent job, goddamn.
The
We
God,
love you.
Thank you, baby. Thank you.
The
Love
God-
you too.
the Godfather, the Godfather. Oh shit!
Thank you, Denise, for
I don't know that name. That name might step over the magnificent
Right.
man. The
Hey,
Godfather.
he's the Godfather. He the
I
man.
needed some clap sound
He the
effects.
man.
That's a
The
good
thing-
one there.
So clap
The
sound
thing,
effect.
the thing, the thing. Yeah,
I'm
he,
about to go
That's
back.
right.
I'm
Yeah,
about-
you know?
You silk.
yeah, not sleek.
All right,
You
y'all.
ain't
You got you.
Let's
is
get a
over
hold
there.
of ourselves.
You got
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
guys
Ty.
made me want to talk. I was
Oh, is that
I
what it
was there. I was
All
The thing about that though, what you were saying is
Shout out to
about the guys. You got to remember in those
Franco.
in those in those
Franco.
other in those other countries,
Mhm.
they play their
They
their-
play together.
they play their the pros
Right.
who come to the Olympics.
Right, they come to
They
the
play
Olympics.
their guys.
well.
Yeah,
We
but you-
You know what I'm
our
saying?
guys are pros.
We-
But
They
they
just don't
young.
play.
But they
But
young.
you gotta let them.
And they wasn't playing together. They
Yeah.
don't play
Well,
together.
But if
Other
every
than
time-
this,
Yeah, that's
every
the only time they could play. They could get together to play.
If every time that you lose in a tournament, you start going back to the old guys, them young boys ain't never gonna get a chance to play together.
well, you figure by the time the older guys step down, those guys will
They
be
be
older.
ready. They be ready.
They be older.
They
and
be
I
ready.
think they're ready now. I
Yeah.
just think
They have
okay,
talent
you
wise.
lost.
They have the talent.
well remember when Shaq and Kobe. Remember when Shaq and Kobe was together? You know they wasn't together long, but they was the dominant team, right?
Right.
And John Stockton and Karl Malone was cooking their ass, cooking their butt.
When was this?
When they first was together, John Stockton and Karl Malone was pick and rolling them. They took them years before they
won,
beat
who
them.
won the championship?
Right. I'm giving.
No,
Yeah, I'm gonna
what
say,
I'm
you
saying
out of your
is
mind.
it's-
You talk about my Lakers now.
Right.
Get it right.
So you know
talk
what I'm
about the
talking
Premier League
about.
gold.
No, listen.
They wasn't
You
doing
know
that.
what I'm talking
Who
about.
won the championships? Not
I'm
Utah.
talking about before they. We talking about them playing together for a while. This
Right.
is what we talking about.
Mhm.
When they was playing, they was dominating the league. But when they was playing Karl Malone and them, they was getting cooked because Karl Malone and them was playing together. It took them a minute to beat them.
Well, the only time they got beat is when they brought in
He was getting
Karl
cooked,
Malone.
man. Stop
Matter of fact, when
acting
Karl Malone came to the
He
Lakers,
came to the Lakers.
They came to the Lakers,
to try to get a
Then they
ring.
Right.
got cooked. They got cooked by Detroit. Then
Okay, well, I mean-
in those days,
because they
when-
tried to get a
when
ring.
Kobe,
Listen.
when Kobe and what's it called was playing together, ain't nobody was cooking them.
Listen,
You out of your
listen.
mind.
they could not stop the
Yeah,
pick and
yeah,
roll. They
You
could
out
not.
of your- Did they win the championship?
Yeah, eventually.
Who?
Who?
The
Utah
Lakers.
ain't
The
never
Lakers.
won, man.
They
The
won
Lakers.
3. They won 3 with
Right,
them.
eventually.
Did
But what-
Utah win any?
No.
I don't know what you think.
I
What,
think
this last one?
I think it's the
Yes.
level of players. I believe that it was the level of players.
Right.
I don't know the whole roster because I didn't look at the roster.
Well, remember they were
See what that comes
they were
from.
a lot of switching was going on, and they was getting their big guys because a lot of their big guys can handle the ball. It's most of the time it's pick and pop.
We
Right.
didn't have big
and
guys.
we don't.
Right.
That was part
That's
of the
our problem.
too.
We didn't have-
That was part of the problem.
Yeah, we didn't
Our
have big guys.
Our bigs weren't really that
No.
good.
They
No.
need those 6'9", 6'10"
Small
guys
ball
that
players.
can go out there and play
Right.
guys on the wings, and they didn't
Small-
have that.
Small ball players.
Right.
What they doing in the
Well,
league
they
right now?
They could use a guy like Carl
Who phone
Anthony
is that?
Towns too.
Yeah, they can.
They didn't have nothing to do.
That's them. Yeah.
I think for us, the big guy that we had was Walter Kessler. I get it; he's a defensive player, but he does nothing else.
No, he don't do nothing.
So
I'm surprised he was there.
They was hurt
Right.
at that position, but you still had Jalen Brunson.
Yep.
You still had Mikal Bridges. You still had Anthony Edwards.
Yep.
That ain't gonna
You
do
still
it.
had stars on that team.
Yeah, they did.
They should have won, but they wasn't ready because they don't play enough together.
Mhm.
Right.
But my thing is, let them play. You
Right.
don't always have to run,
Well,
because I think it would
okay.
be more redeeming if the same cats went back and won it in the Olympics than if you bring in LeBron, Durant, Curry, and all these cats.
Right.
To me,
I hear you. I hear you.
because you got enough
Yeah.
talent.
Yeah.
You definitely got
Do you-
enough
do you-
talent.
Do you think a lineup of the elites, Curry, Durant,
Phone line is not working.
LeBron, Chris Paul,
No, Chris Paul.
Tatum?
You can't put Chris
Yeah,
Paul.
it's gonna be
there.
Jason
I'm
Tatum,
just saying.
Anthony
No,
Davis.
no. Listen. If you get the elites is he's got to be on there. He's on
No,
the bench.
You want
He's
Chris
coming off
Paul?
the bench.
No,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
no. He's
No?
not. He's not elite. No
All right.
more.
Well, anyway.
He's not elite
Okay.
no more.
Well, I'm just saying. Who do you?
Anthony Davis,
Anthony Davis,
Oh,
Carl
yeah.
Anthony Towns,
Okay, Tatum.
Tatum.
definitely.
Who's my Zach Levine?
No.
No?
No.
I'd take DeMar DeRozan over Zach LaVine.
Yeah.
Okay,
So I
so
don't think none of them guys will be playing right now.
right, that's what I'm saying. But do you think that group would take this, go through this?
The guys that they have that they're gonna bring.
Yeah,
in
I
will
can see
win it.
that.
Yeah, well, they will win it.
You know.
Because remember, Doncic's
already-
playing for somebody. Joker's playing for somebody. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they gonna play for their countries.
Well, you know the last four MVPs was all European
right,
players.
exactly.
All European players.
You know what I'm saying?
You know.
Well, who's Joel playing for?
Well, he just became a U.S. citizen.
There you go.
He just became a U.S. citizen.
That handles that, right,
Right.
sir?
Well, that don't mean he
Take
gonna
care of
play
that.
for U.S. He had dual
Okay.
citizenship.
Okay.
Somehow I don't,
Interesting.
I don't see him playing
somehow I
for.
don't see him playing with Nigeria.
No, I don't
or
either.
wherever. it
I
was
don't.
that
You
he
know,
came from.
Cameroon, wherever
Yeah, whatever.
he's from.
Right.
I don't see him
Cameroon, I
playing with
believe.
the.
I don't
Huh?
see it.
Cameroon. I think.
Cameroon. I think
Him
it.
and Whatcom played together. The guy Pascal.
Pascal Siakam.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
I don't
like-
see them playing
that's-
together.
That's like Giannis.
Right. He's not. Yeah.
He ain't gonna compete with Greece.
No.
He did play with them last
Yeah, he
That's
time.
what
played with them.
He
Yeah,
did.
He
I
did
forgot.
play with them last time.
He
Play
did.
with them.
He did.
Yeah.
Because you're still playing for your country, whether you win or lose, and they need help.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Yeah, but like you said, you got guys like Brandon Ingram.
Right.
It's another
Right.
type of
Brandon
guy because
Ingram.
he played in the World Championship.
Right.
He
He
played.
didn't like how that went down.
Right, he
He
said-
didn't get enough touches.
Right.
Right.
He said, well,
See,
they still
now, he
think
was
he's the
selfish.
man.
Yeah,
Right. He
he
right.
didn't
He was
He
selfish.
said
Right.
he didn't get enough
He was
touches.
worried about his own stats
Exactly.
rather than the team.
Right.
So okay, you don't. That's how you feel.
Yeah.
You don't have to be on.
You don't have to be in a team next year.
because you got a bunch of guys out here playing hard,
That right.
trying to win,
Trying to win.
and ain't
Right.
nobody else
You worrying about your
complaining
touches.
whether or not
You
you're
got
gonna
the
touch the
whole
ball. Or
thing
not.
Right.
I don't know.
If it's your Nate
Right.
and you on like that,
Yeah.
you're gonna get the
You're
ball.
gonna get the ball.
They know who to give the ball to.
Right.
Yeah, whoever got the hot hand is gonna get it.
Right.
It ain't, but you even like that, these guys got to understand this ain't your regular team.
No.
You playing with an all-star team.
Right, you playing
So
with a bunch
whoever's
of guys
get-
that can play.
Right. So whoever is hot, they give them the ball.
Mhm.
You're not the guy. If you're not the guy,
Right.
you know, you can't be worrying about that.
All right, let's
Sometimes
get.
I wonder why he does how he does it in New Orleans. Because even in New Orleans, as much as good as he is, he's not the guy. Because everybody only talks about Zion Williamson.
They talk about but still he's the most skilled.
He's the guy on that team.
He's the most skilled.
But even with that though, he's not the guy because not even with Zion, What's still getting
McCollum.
buckets. McCollum, there you go.
McCollum, Yeah.
You got
He's
guys
still
that
getting
get
bullets.
buckets
Yeah.
on that
Right.
team.
You know, he's the guy that run that show.
What do you think? Okay, let's talk about that Laker game and Golden State. I was surprised Davis came
No.
back. You know when he went down,
Yeah, that shocked me.
it
too.
shocked me because the rest of the way he went out, and he walking in the back and stuff like that.
You know what that is?
We try to figure you
How
out.
you don't know what this is, kid?
Oh, he's paper. He's
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
so about him.
talking about Davis being paper thin.
Oh,
That's what Shaq does.
He's
I like don't know what that is.
He stay
I don't know what that
hurt.
is.
We call them street clothes.
Let's be gone.
Let's say street clothes. That's what we call Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
Street clothes.
The crumple has got a better effect.
You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you know, it was a great game. It was a
All
great
right,
game.
people.
I mean, they were going back and forth.
All right, y'all. So now we cleared. So Anthony Green, anybody else? Phone lines are open. All
I
right,
was wondering why he didn't
crash
call.
and burn. But all right, so he was trying to call, couldn't get
I
in.
knew he was.
All right. So I Ant,
So
Lines
So
open.
you didn't pick up on the first ring.
I didn't pick up.
If he
Period.
gonna try to call now. If he trying to call now, we.
All right.
But you were saying you were surprised that he got.
All right.
Yeah, he was because I thought sure when he hurt his
Alright.
leg like that, he wasn't.
Who
coming
this?
back.
Who that? Who
All
that?
Good
rise.
afternoon. Good afternoon, my brothers.
All
Look
rise.
at his voice sounds so different now, man. What
The champ is here.
Does anybody want to tell him that we're on the
Listen,
NBA
listen.
now? We're not doing.
I sat on the sidelines long enough, and I heard y'all talking, and I agree with a lot of that stuff, and I disagree with y'all when y'all talking about KC is going to beat the 49ers in the Super Bowl. I told you last week KC was going to beat the Ravens because that young boy Mahomes has something about him, like you said, is it. That boy is a showstopper. But one thing about that showstopper, and people have shown you during the season, they can be beat. When they beat the 49ers in the Super Bowl, they came back from 10 down and won because they had a squad. They had Hill and the rest of them. They had a squad. They ain't got that kind of squad to beat the 49ers. They're going to be facing a whole different defense and an offensive unit with that team.
Let me stop you right there. Let me stop you right there before you go further. Can I stop you right there before you go further?
You picked the Rams. You picked the Ravens.
Forget who I picked. We're talking about what's getting ready to happen right now. Forget about that.
You picked the Ravens.
Forget
And
about.
you wanted to pick it this week?
I know one thing. I picked who I picked when you had to give me my run punch. So that don't matter. It don't matter. That's not one, right? Okay, let's just bring it back. No, let's just bring it back. You ain't even let me say what I want to say. Just let me bring it back. You telling me you think Detroit is better than KC?
What difference does it make?
Oh, you're gonna see the difference. You're gonna see. You're
No,
not playing
I'm
against
asking you,
Detroit
what
this
difference?
game because you barely
Let me
won
ask
this
you a
game.
question.
You
Let
barely
me ask you a
won.
question.
You barely
Let me
won.
ask you a question.
Come on.
What? Who barely won? What you talking about?
You barely won this game against Detroit. You should have lost. So you think?
Why
So
we
what I'm
should've
asking you? What I'm
Let
asking
me
you?
help- Let's rewind this a little bit.
Come on.
Why we should have lost? Because
Because the coaches should have kicked the field.
last
If the
time-
coach would have kicked the
last
field
time I
goal,
checked-
you would have lost.
Last time I checked, footballers play with 4 quarters. You can't win in 2 quarters and expect to win the game.
Right.
Now we have seen
Right.
when Houston was blowing out Buffalo in the playoffs and came back and Buffalo came back and
That's a long time ago.
Yeah, I just asked you a question. Do you
It
think
don't
Detroit?
matter.
Did you think Detroit is better than
Detroit?
Kansas City?
Detroit ain't the same. Detroit is not Green Bay, and the 49ers beat them. Detroit is not.
Do you
KC.
think Detroit? He's
Some
saying, do you think
some-
Detroit is better than Kansas
some
City?
people- No, they both
Okay.
the same because
They
KC ain't
both the same.
KC ain't showing me nothing.
Okay, you gonna see
You gotta
something?
remember what KC record was. What was KC?
That don't mean
record?
nothing. They was in the play. That don't mean know what the record was.
Oh, it does. mean
No,
something.
not
It
right
does
now.
mean
This is the
something.
playoff.
That means
All you need to do is get
that means
in.
They can be beat
All
on.
you need to
That
do
means
is
they
get
can
in.
be beat on.
All you need to do is
That
get
means they
in.
can be beat on.
All you
right.
need to do is get in. And they in the Super
And they
Bowl.
got in there.
And they in the
They-
Super
and they
Bowl.
got in there.
Hold
They
up.
got
Hold
locked
up.
up with the
Hold
white
up.
people.
Hold up.
Not worried about them.
You want to do another run punch?
My brother.
You want to do another run
We
punch?
We should
Yes
get
or no?
another run punch.
Huh?
Yes.
My
Yes.
man. My man.
Yo, Green.
man.
Yes.
Yo,
We in there.
Green.
We in there. Lisa, give me something to
Yes.
watch. And root for. Now
Green.
you just got me excited. We in there.
Let me speak to Green.
Good.
Green, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
What's
yes,
up,
I
man?
Can hear you.
It's Mungo, man. How you been, man? Congrats to you, man.
Man, thank you, brother Mongo. How you been, brother? I see you sitting up there on that panel.
Yeah, no doubt, man. I wish I could. I would have. Wish I'd have came to your thing last week.
You should move your chair over a little bit to the right.
He want to drink some rum punch with me. He can stay right there because he wants to drink some rum punch with me.
Listen, me and you go way back, baby.
You don't want to take it back to Brooklyn with you.
Listen, me and you go way back since we used to play the PlayStation together. But look, I don't see this is the thing. I kind of agree with you in a way, but not totally, because the Giants went into the playoffs twice with bad records and won the Super Bowl.
Yes, they did.
So the record
Yes,
really
they
don't
did.
mean nothing.
Gotta get in, man.
You know what I'm saying?
You are 100% correct. But the only difference is that I'm telling you, man, I'm a root on my team because that's my team.
Oh yeah, no doubt. I agree with you on that.
KC have not shown me they can beat a complete team like that. What happened to the Ravens? That's a meltdown team. That team had a serious meltdown yesterday, and they wasn't able to bounce back. The 49ers wasn't supposed to lose no game. It's okay for a team to jump out and start winning the game,
Right.
but it's always the same thing. It's not how you start; it's how you finish.
Right.
Yeah, there was some stupidity plays on that coach's half. Coulda, shoulda, woulda. The same thing as one of the 49ers. They kicked the field goal and they missed it, so that's a shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Right.
Yeah, there was a lucky catch during that game. Yes, that helped out. But when the fumbles occur out there, and those teams out there pushing for that ball, Purdy out there running for the first down and everything else, that's what you call the will to win. That's what football is all about, the will to win. Yesterday was one of the best games in the playoffs that we've seen in a long time. When the team go out there, I was getting phone calls all first and second quarter. Oh, your team is done. I said, well, last time I checked, we played 4 quarters. We don't play 3 quarters, and we don't play 2. We play all 4 quarters.
Facts.
And that team, not only did they make mistakes, they couldn't stop what the 49ers was doing to them. So y'all look at it and say, yeah, that they gave the team. Well, what about the 49ers had to get in the end zone, and they got in the end zone several times. Not just once or twice, they got in the end zone several times. And the only reason why they got in that end zone the last time, 49ers played prevent defense, and they were just trying to cook that clock as much as possible. So when they did get the ball back, it'd be less than a minute, and no matter how many timeouts you use, the game is over with. So it was hats off to Detroit. They jumped out. They made it exciting. But at the end of the day, when you up by 17 and you lose by 10, that's an embarrassment because they got shut down in that third and fourth quarter.
They didn't lose by 10.
They lost by 3.
You think that last
37-34?
You think that last touchdown really mattered to the 49ers? All they wanted was that ball back. That's all they wanted was that ball back.
My God.
But on paper, on paper,
Oh, I know that.
On paper,
Look,
they
I've been
lost
doing
by
this
3.
all year with him. You kidding me? All year.
Well, I'm
You don't want to be down by no 17 points against Kansas City. I'll tell you that.
hey, listen, bro. It don't matter what we're gonna be down with. At the end of the day, we just want the Lombardi Trophy
At
to
the
be
end
raised.
of the
That's
day, I will be sipping rum
all.
punches.
We want-
At the end of the day, I will be sipping rum punches, thinking about you.
All right,
And what if you not? And what if
I
you
will
not
be.
sipping
I
that
will
rum
be.
punch?
I will be.
What if you not sipping that
I
rum
will
punch?
be. Trust me.
well, that means he'll be buying 2, one for you, one for
I
him.
will be. Trust me on that. I will be. Trust me on that one. I will be.
All right, let me do the shout outs right quick. Shout out to Noel Franco, Steve Sales, GG Prime on the check-in, Chef Primo, D Bell. All right, everybody on the check-in. All right, so right quick. So, Ant, if you had to predict what the final score would be, just give us your, we got 2 weeks, but we got this week and next week, but just, and we'll
38,
check with you next
30.
week.
If I predict the final score for me next week for the Super Bowl, I think it'd be 38. It'd be 38-24, 49ers favor.
Okay.
38-24, the 49ers favor.
All right, and Todd,
So
You want a prediction for me?
yeah, why not? Y'all the combatants.
Oh, that's what we doing there?
You the magnificent. Give us your
I would say 30-20 Kansas City.
That's because his cousin on that team. That's the only reason.
I'm gonna say this.
Even-
It's hard at this point right now. It's hard to go against Mahomes. That's all I'm gonna say. Especially Purdy. This is Purdy's second year, right?
This
So
is Purdy-
John Green
this
said
is Purdy
if
actually.
San Fran fall behind 17 in 2 weeks, it's gonna be a problem.
This is his second year. This is
All right,
second
so
year.
Green
Purdy.
said 34-27 Chiefs. John Green.
38.
No, he said the Chiefs. He
38.
said the Chiefs.
Somebody else got to
38.
score.
And
He's saying somebody else got to
Chiefs gonna
score.
have.
He said the Chiefs. He said the Chiefs.
Yeah. And I
So-
definitely don't see. I don't see the 49ers slipping behind them that deep.
Oh, so we're gonna put this in a proper perspective, though. Not to hold your feet to the fire, but in 2 weeks, you either be showing up in here in a 49ers jersey or a Kansas City Chiefs jersey. Is that correct?
City Chiefs jersey.
Red and
That's
white.
after the Super Bowl. That is correct.
So now we gotta hold the magnificent feet to the fire. You're gonna show up in a hat. You do a baseball cap?
Baseball cap.
Yeah.
That's what I gotta do.
Yeah, if the Niners win,
Yeah, you got to take that neck out.
could you do that?
I'll bow down to the brother.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? I will bow down to the
The Nick,
brother.
listen, the Nick hat has to come off. The Nick hat has to come off.
Why is that?
Speaking of the
Cause
Knicks,
he
real quick, I don't
wearing
mean to
some
jump the
apparel,
subject.
so,
Speaking of
you
the
know.
Knicks,
Oh,
real
you
quick,
could wear
I think
some other
they
apparel.
lost
Well, he
Randall.
said-
I think they lost Randall for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
gonna,
yeah,
we're gonna talk
yeah,
about
yeah,
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've been playing good too.
So
This way, some lights out basketball.
all right, so we're gonna congratulate you on
Congratulations
team
for
making
making the
it-
Super Bowl. Yeah, you giving us congrats. I congratulate
better than what any of us got to say.
Yeah.
Listen, I appreciate y'all brothers for coming out last week and supporting me on my retirement.
Yes, sir.
I really
Yes,
do.
sir.
Congratulations, brother.
Yo, I didn't get no invite.
I'm sorry I
I
couldn't
didn't
make
get
it,
no-
but congratulations, my
I didn't
brother.
get no invite, but yeah,
I
congrats.
appreciated the magnificent one. I appreciate it.
Definitely
I can now sit
You
back
got
and
nothing to
enjoy
say
the
now,
rest of these retirees, and all I do is look at airline fares now.
I ain't mad at you.
That's it.
I ain't
But
mad at
listen,
you.
y'all got a half an hour to go, man. It's always good to see y'all. Darryl Goss, I see you back there in that background, brother. But y'all be good, man, and y'all be great. My man Mongo, we go way back like pork and beans.
That's right. That's right.
Back playing them football games and stuff like that, and the basketball games, bro. So y'all brothers be good, man. And Dave, we talk soon, bro.
No doubt.
All right, my brother
and
Green.
y'all
You,
be great, coach. Serge,
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right.
What's up,
I'm gonna-
Ant?
I'm gonna post something later to show y'all that I predict what was going down already. I predict this back in February,
Mm.
but I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna post it. I already predicted back in February in 2023 that the KC and the 49ers was going to the Super Bowl next year. I already put that down in the bet last year
Mm.
on
Okay.
February the 23rd. So if I could post it in the comments, if not, I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna send it to y'all in the text message to show you that that's what was my post. That was my pick from last year. That those two teams gonna meet up.
I hope you
And of course,
collected on that.
49ers is gonna win it.
I hear you.
All right. Well, so
right? So
we appreciate it. We see what happens. So yeah, send
all right,
us
y'all
send us
brothers-
that
y'all
post.
brothers be good, man.
All right,
And I'll
thank you. All
talk to y'all soon.
right,
All right,
My
never
brother,
say.
be good, Green.
All right.
All right, brother. Peace. Y'all get home safe. Peace.
You too,
All right,
man.
thanks.
You too.
All right, Coach Kurt, you want to share that with
No,
everybody?
no. He
all
don't,
right.
he don't want people to know.
All right. Well, everybody don't know him, but like if you want to share, but no pressure.
Well, she asked me not to share.
Huh?
She asked me not to share.
Oh, okay. No problem.
All right.
That's cool. So let's move on to NBA. So the trade line is the trade deadline is February 8th.
Well, it's coming up quick.
Right. Anybody got that'll be Thursday.
I think the Knicks got to do another move. Especially with Randall.
So, yeah,
getting hurt, we don't
Julius-
know what
Yeah.
he's
Yeah, I
gonna
went
do,
to the
but-
game Saturday. They was winning. You know, I don't want to just go crazy on Tibbs because I probably need to give him more credit than I like to
He
because
went to his bench more this time. This game.
he got them balling. But in my situation, looking at it, I'm looking at it like 4 minutes and change left in the game. And did he really have to put Randall in? Have Randall still in the game? It's an iffy call because they had a cushiony lead.
Yeah.
So I'm not hating on him because I do need to give him his props, and I'll be totally annoyed with his coaching antics. Also,
Well, I like to put this out there when you finish your thought.
good. Oh, well, well, if you want to comment,
Yeah,
'cause
on
go
that-
ahead,
on
go
that.
ahead, go ahead.
Okay, when Randall got hurt, how much was they up by?
It was
Was
up
that-
by a sizable mark. I would say maybe
15,
Something
14?
like that. No, it was
Something
over
like
10.
that.
It was over 10.
Okay. Well, I was reading a quote by our favorite guy, Eric King. He blaming what's the name getting hurt on the coach.
John Green said 17.
Okay,
On
17.
Thibodeau?
He blamed it on
In
Thibodeau.
other
So
words, he shouldn't have been in there.
right,
Okay.
but that type of thing can happen anytime in the game.
Right.
Anytime.
Anytime, whether in the beginning of the game,
Anytime.
practice, anywhere.
You can.
You know, you can't sit there. You
Why
know,
he blaming on the coach? Because the lead was so high. He shouldn't.
right? He shouldn't have been in the game, or you know, well, his thing first. He said they were playing so well without him. What he put him back in the game for?
Okay.
Now, my thing was, so I texted back. Okay, well, that can happen anytime.
Anytime.
Why are you gonna
If
blame
he
that
don't
on the
get hurt,
coach?
You won't say. If
You
he didn't
wouldn't
get
say-
hurt, you wouldn't be saying nothing.
You wouldn't say
But
nothing.
let me ask. Sometimes you do say something. It's just the fact that the guy don't get hurt. But in your mind, you're like, damn, why you putting him back in?
That's correct.
That's
You know
only
what I'm
because something happened.
No, but I'm
No.
just saying.
You're not gonna say that. Why?
No, you
no,
to yourself. You
can
say. it.
I never
yeah.
say it.
Yeah,
I
I've
never
said
say
it. But
Well-
what I'm gonna ask you because I didn't watch the
Right.
game. But
Mhm.
what was the what quarter did this happen?
This is the fourth
quarter.
quarter.
So it was late.
Yeah,
Fourth
4
quarter,
minutes
4
left.
minutes
in the
left.
game.
They was up
like about 4 or
17.
5 minutes.
Yeah, I wouldn't have put him back. I wouldn't have put him back.
Well, maybe he thought, you know.
I kind of agree with Eric on that.
Well, it's been known Thibodeau plays his
Yeah,
players.
he plays.
He
his
plays them a
yeah.
lot of minutes.
Yeah,
So
he do
John
play-
He's
Green
always
said-
done it. So this
Right.
ain't nothing new.
Right.
So
He's
John
done it
Green
everywhere.
said, "I have seen 17 points
Just
Evaporate.
disappear
Against
Yeah,
the
evaporate.
Knicks.
yeah.
Against the
Right.
Knicks for sure.
Listen,
Right, and that
Listen.
happened not too long ago
you
with
let
somebody else.
you let them play until it's a 10-point lead, then you call your timeout. That's what you do.
No, you don't. You called before that.
All right.
You called before.
All right. Would you call the timeout?
Well, obviously Randall
once
got in the game,
once you
right?
see
So
the
obviously there was a
momentum-
break. Well, there was a break in the play. Randall got in the game. Right or wrong?
I just think it was a freak thing.
But
It was a freak
That's all
thing.
I say.
Yeah, I mean, I can. It's give or take. You know, hindsight is 20/20, obviously. But 17 points, 4 minutes left. I don't know.
Why not?
I
You don't
don't-
think
I
that league
don't-
could happen?
No, it can.
Oh,
It can.
okay.
You're right.
My thing is like how he did it and how he fell. I don't know why you didn't put two hands down
Yeah.
instead
Right,
of coming down
right.
with one hand to break your fall.
So
You know, but it's just a freak thing.
Yeah.
that's
But even with
oh,
that
okay.
surgery, like
Mhm.
that injury,
He's out. How many weeks?
they
Couple
not
of
really
weeks,
saying.
They said a couple of weeks.
Right.
But it's not
It's-
some.
it's-
That's not so. Usually, you
Oh,
pop
okay.
a shoulder back
Okay.
in. It don't take long for you to get back.
Right.
I don't think it's like nothing serious to have to worry about.
well, you know, he's gonna probably wear the vest jacket.
Yeah,
Mm.
For the
yo,
shoulder.
cats
Right.
pull on your
And-
arm and stuff.
Well,
It ain't like it back in
it's,
the days.
it's
Like
the
them
right
guys,
shoulder,
Like when I
and
used to play
Randall's
against
left-handed.
y'all.
So
They used to kill my.
You
I
know.
got 2 tears now because
it's sort of hectic. So
That wasn't me.
also,
They was
Climbing up
Rodney.
and down off them trains on the pudding. That's
I
all.
had nothing to do with it. Matter of fact, it did. 'cause I'm
I got it. I know it do.
so
I don't know what you talking about.
as we continue, Ben Simmons activated to play tonight.
All right, so
Supposed to.
that's us,
Who
sir.
cares?
Again,
That's us.
Who cares?
all right, that'll be the
man?
first time since November 6th.
Oh.
Right now.
God.
All right. So
On Saturday night,
He gonna be out before.
hold
you
on.
know
How
what
we
it
gonna
is.
talk about Randall and then we don't talk
yeah,
about?
bro,
Yeah,
All right,
man.
sir, go ahead.
That's why you're a Net fans over there.
All right, so
Hold on,
so
he's an FN?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he's a Net fan.
knock
Why,
it off.
why are you looking at me?
Come
up?
on.
He's
Why you
sizing
looking
you
at me
up.
over
You see
there?
how he look at
You see how he look at me up and down?
Like he was sizing you up.
That is
Anyway,
disrespectful.
all right. So,
All right, so he want me to go first. So
Yeah.
That's like,
So-
can I take everything?
so look, this is the thing I have with Simmons. I got a love-hate relationship with the dude because he got better vision than Dinwiddie. I'm gonna give him that, but Dinwiddie shoots better. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody shoots better than him.
Right. We got Claxton, who he's trying to do better on offense, but he's terrible on the free throw line.
We need somebody
Right.
to set him up with some
Right.
easy passes.
Right. So we have a problem because we don't have an end game right now. So now we got a problem if we got both of them in the game late. My problem right now is JV's not giving Clowney and Giles and Wilson some burn. You know what I'm saying? We need guys that can end the game. Now I understand.
What's your call ends the game for
Who?
them? That guard.
Bridges?
No.
Oh, Cam Thomas. No,
Thomas.
no, he doesn't always end the game.
He's the best.
Sometimes he's
the
on the-
best scorer you got.
But sometimes he is on the bench. This is the problem.
that's a problem.
Yeah, that's
He can
JV's.
score.
That guy can score.
That's
you
JV's problem.
You need him at the end
Right.
in the game.
Right, that's
He can
JV.
score.
That's JV's problem. He's not putting them in the game late. He's
Oh,
he's
okay.
still doing this. Am I wrong or right?
No, you're right.
Right. So he's still mixing and matching.
You can't have your best scorer on the bench.
Right.
at the
No.
end.
But you know what the problem is with Cam?
He can't hold nobody.
Right.
He's
I get
gotten
that.
better.
So
He's
But-
gotten better.
But I get
Nah,
that.
he's
What you
gotten
got,
better.
sir? What you
Cam
got?
Thomas.
He's
gotten
So you got to put him out there with
He's a-
defensive guys too.
Yeah,
Right,
you
and
got
this
to.
is
but
where
you got
Simmons
to-
comes in.
Yeah.
But then you
When
be lacking
Simmons
for
comes
scoring
in.
from a
That's
guy.
that's where you got Nick Claxton in the game,
Right.
and he's a liability.
Right.
Because
He can't
now
make free
they
throws.
hacker Nick.
Right.
Hacker
Okay.
clap.
I got
Right.
you. Yeah.
So you like between a rock and a hard place.
I
when it
shoot
comes
better
to
than
Cam
Simmons,
Thomas.
and I haven't
Because Cam
played in
Thomas-
over 20
As
years.
much as he is a scorer, he really isn't a shooter. What he is, he's a guy
Who's
that
this?
if he's
John
on,
Green.
he's gonna give you
No.
40, and if he's off, he's gonna
Who you talking
cost you for Cam.
Okay.
If he's on, he's
Every
gonna give
time
you
I
40.
watch him, he be.
No,
hooping.
no. When
There's
he in
games
his
where
groove,
he don't
hooping.
play that well. There are
yeah.
games where you
When he's
see
in
he
his
get-
groove, though, he in his
Oh
groove.
yeah, because he
But-
can shoot.
Right,
He
but
can
I
score.
have seen him. He has improved right now. Now the question
Improve
about
what defensively?
yeah.
Okay.
Now the question is,
and he don't pass to nobody.
No,
either.
he's improved on that. He's improved on. He's got the alley.
I don't know what TV you watching,
No,
because
'cause
I ain't seen
I
it.
watch
man.
the games every. I might.
Every game I watch
I
in
watch
that
the game
game,
every night.
he's
You watch 3
scoring.
games.
I don't see him passing it to
Watch-
Only
nobody.
if he got. Only if he have
Damn.
to.
Oh no, he
Oh,
don't pass.
Only if he
He's
have to.
gotten
Right.
better.
Only
Right.
if he have
If he double
to.
doing it and he got to get the ball in his hand.
Other than that, no.
Man, stop.
He's got- Hold on.
When you say he's got
Let me
better,
tell you-
okay, so he got 1 assist
Let
to
me
0.
Let me explain. Let me explain something to you about these 2 guys. They're
What 2
watching the
guys?
Knick game.
What
when
2
the-
guys?
You 2. They're watching the Knick game
He's
when the
a
Knick
Laker
game
fan.
is on.
He's a Laker
Oh,
fan.
He got that Knick game.
Well,
He got.
the hat don't got
You
nothing
know-
to
Listen,
do with it.
he got the hat on. That means he's watching them games too.
That
All
don't
right,
mean
don't
nothing.
don't let that. Don't let. Do you watch Knick games?
So what that-
I'm asking you a question. Do you watch Knick games?
I watch him.
All right, so there
I
you
watching
go.
that game too.
So
Okay.
there you go. So
All
you
right.
telling me you don't see him passing the ball?
No, I don't.
No.
So
I
if I
don't.
pull him up and he's
Even he
averaging,
say no.
hold on. If I pull him up and he's averaging 3 to 4 assists a game,
He ain't averaging 4 assists a
you
game.
don't think he's averaging
No,
3
he's
or
not
4?
averaging 4 assists.
Okay, look, can you pull that up for me?
You
Dave,
pull it up.
real
You got a
quick?
phone?
Well, I'm talking right now.
You
I
can
wanna-
do it. Yo, you can't multitask?
He's
Listen.
averaging 2.5 assists.
Come
You
on.
just looked it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, see?
All right, so that's
2.4
almost 5. So listen,
That's
I mean,
almost
that's
5.
almost 3. But listen,
Close to
let me say this.
2.6 is
Right.
almost
Listen,
3.
Let me 2.6 almost 3.
2.4 is closer to 2.
But so let me
We not
so
gonna-
let me say this. All right,
Yeah.
I'm going back to Simmons.
Okay.
Simmons, he's a great defender,
Right.
and he has great vision.
Okay.
All right, he can't shoot. He can't shoot free throws.
Okay.
All right, when he's at the basket, he dishes it off.
He dishes it off
Right.
to somebody standing at
Right.
the 3-point
Right.
line.
So this is
No, but
even
that-
even
no,
when
but
he
that's-
no,
that-
he'll dish it off
What
somebody
he's
next to
saying
him.
is right. What he's saying is when he has a wide open dunk,
Right.
He ain't gonna
pass
shoot it.
off
Right.
to somebody.
Right. These are the
Simmons.
these
Right.
are right.
Yeah.
These are the things. These are the problems I have with him. You know,
But
you
it
know what
wasn't
I'm saying?
always like that. He wasn't always
yeah,
like
when
that.
he was Philly, it wasn't always like
No,
that.
in the
Until
playoff
it
series.
happened.
In that playoff
Listen,
series.
it happened in Philly.
Right,
It
that's
happened-
when it happened.
Right, it
When
didn't
he-
happen in
that
Brooklyn.
playoff series when he passed up that wide open dunk.
Right.
Dunk.
Right after that, his
After
whole
that.
game
Right.
fell
His whole
apart.
game
Right.
fell apart.
And he brought that to Brooklyn. That
Right.
wasn't
Well, ship him
created.
back.
That
Right.
wasn't created here.
No.
You
No, we're
understand
not
what I'm saying?
saying that, but
No, I
it is not.
understand.
But it's something that you're gonna have to deal with.
Right now, this is the issue I'm getting to. So
Right.
now, if he comes back right now and he's that Simmons from the past, we can make the playoffs. But I
He's
don't
not
know.
gonna play a lot of minutes.
right now he's not. We got to see where his
when
back is.
He's
at.
not gonna play.
Before he got hurt, he was averaging almost 32 minutes a game.
Well, we
Right,
got to see
okay.
where his back is at right
Okay.
now. Now, if his back goes back to where it was at, whatever,
Almost
yo, I'm
11
ready to let him
rebounds,
go.
7 assists.
I'm ready to let him go.
play.
I'm not doubting he can
Simmons-
play.
Wait a
His
second.
problem
Wait,
is
let
he
him
can't
go.
stay on the court.
Nobody's gonna-
Stop.
nobody wants
Well, so
Nobody wants him.
so you just can't let him go
Right,
arbitrarily.
right.
So you're
It's,
not.
it's
good
my
for-
emotions right now.
So you can't work with your emotions, and you can't be good front office.
Well, see, this is the
material.
thing. No, we can't let him go. Right?
Why not?
Listen,
You
contracts.
can only do is cut him.
Yeah, well, you
Right.
gotta start paying.
That's how you
Right.
let him
Nobody
go.
else
You,
is
pay
you
him.
just eat the
Nobody
money.
else is taking
You
him.
Well,
eat
they're
the
not gonna
contract.
do that.
Nobody
Right,
else
you
is
eat
gonna
the
trade for
contract.
him.
So
His
now,
damage
so
good.
now, look, you
There's,
have
there's always somebody think they can work with him.
right.
There's always
like us.
somebody.
But anyway, then you have the fact that contracts play in this league. It ain't the fact of it's not always skill. You know what I'm saying? It's not always because the person is good. It comes down to the contract
Well,
because that's what we've been going through.
if the contract is workable, and he has a skill level,
Right.
he can play.
Right.
But there's always somebody think I can work with
Right.
him.
I want
And
to see
turn
who
him
this
around.
Is.
I want to meet him too.
I would like to see who this is.
And now,
No,
and-
it's
and
it's
that-
just regular
and
people on the team.
but you know what I think the
Trade.
biggest
He
part
talking-
of is
he
the
talking
biggest
about
part
other
is does
team.
he want it? That's the
Right.
biggest part.
That's-
Right.
Does he want
Right.
I don't think.
That's the
it? And I don't think he
The
do.
heart.
That's the
The heart.
whole point.
I don't
right
think
there.
he do.
I think he likes sitting on the bench looking pretty. Yeah, it's me.
Exactly.
Now, like I said,
Well, if your back is messed up,
right? If his back
He's
is
been
messed
coming
up,
with his chains on
But
and
if-
diamonds.
if
and
your
birds
back
and all
is
that.
messed up,
That's how he sit at the
it's
game.
just hard to
profile.
explain. I got it.
I bet he could play
so what's supposed to come?
because I still think his back ain't that messed up. I think he
I
can
think
play.
That's what a lot of people think.
It's hard
But
to
we don't
say.
know
I mean,
for
we don't
sure.
know.
Right, we don't know.
I can't-
We don't
I
know
can't
what
say I'm not
kind of-
him.
what- First, his pain
So is
threshold
it-
might not be as
Is
tough as other
his
people.
head is right?
That's
Right.
part of the
Right.
problem
Right.
too.
True.
Right.
You don't know.
You don't
Fact,
know
we
how
don't know.
much pain
I
he
don't
could
think
take.
his head is.
Right.
I don't
And
think
it,
Well,
and
John,
that's
I
my
don't-
point.
I don't think he wanted that.
As Todd was getting ready to say, as Magnificent was so eloquently going to say, his head is not in the game.
I believe. I
Which is
bet.
what the Nets or any team that pick him up are going to have to do is
Right.
get him help psychologically to overcome
I
whatever
hear
it
you.
is that's causing him to have that block
Right.
where he doesn't even shoot layups. Because honestly and truthfully, he is too talented not to be playing. He
True.
really is.
True.
He got a lot of
He
talent.
could kill the
He
league right
yes,
now.
he
could.
The way they play, they
The
ain't
way they
no
play
defense.
now.
Right.
And without
Just kill the
scoring,
league.
without
Yeah.
scoring, he could do that. Because
Yeah.
he could
He
could
is
run
good
up
for
His
the
vision is
basket.
good.
His
He's
vision is
tall.
great. His
He got a
pass is
good. He
great.
got good defense.
With his game,
He
nobody will be able to stop him
He
from going to
plays-
the basket.
He
No.
plays great
Nobody.
defense.
Nobody.
If he played bully ball, yes.
He don't
Yeah.
play
Right,
bully
no,
ball.
he
Right, he don't play
He
bully
ain't gonna
ball.
play that.
Well,
He
that's
don't play
style.
bully
He's capable of.
But he
All
got
right.
Nobody can
Same
stop
thing.
him.
You know
See,
what last
he can do the same
You know
thing
the
LeBron's
last time-
doing, which mean I'm driving hard to the basket and all that.
You know the
But
last
he
time
can't
did
make
that?
free throws, and that's the
When was
thing.
the last
He's
time
scared
he
to go to the
played
line and
volleyball?
shoot.
I don't even know.
Slick.
I don't even remember.
Mark Bird, when he was in high school. That was
Okay,
the last time he
okay,
played bully
okay,
ball. Because as soon as he got to LSU, them guys got bigger and the bully got out of
Right,
him.
right.
It did.
Right.
When
Yeah,
he
he
was
did.
in high
I
school,
remember.
He was bigger
I
than most
remember.
cats.
I've
so he
seen
was
him
bullying
be.
them.
I've seen him
But
be
in
ready to make the
LSU?
layup
No.
and dish it off to somebody over
Yeah,
here.
of course.
I've seen him be right there
That's
and
his
dish it
job.
off, and I'm like, yo,
It's
just
like
take it.
there
Because-
really is some kind of psychological
Right, because
block.
it's just
It has
like
to be.
it's just like what we said in football when you're doing all that stuff in regular season. Yo, that stuff don't work in the playoffs.
Is what's his name still in the league? What's the guy that Philly picked? And remember his jump shot?
Okafor.
No.
No.
Markel Fultz.
Markel
He
Fultz.
plays
Fultz.
Orlando.
He's on Orlando.
Orlando.
Right. That's another guy.
His shoulder's good, Dan. He's playing better.
He's
Yeah,
playing
he got better.
now?
His shot got better.
Okay.
His shot got better.
All right,
You
so
gotta keep working at it.
Right.
all right, so
I still Rob Celtics for that pick, man. And he swindled him. He didn't take what's his name.
Mm.
Oh God, that was the worst. That was the
they
worst.
took Tatum, right?
They could have took
They
They
Tatum.
could have taken Tatum.
What's it goes for the game in the first pick for he could take Marco Fultz. So
Right.
he could take. Yeah, that's
And didn't
crazy.
Philly have like 3 picks in a
Danny
row?
Ainge is
Three
All
number
those
ones.
guys didn't play that first year.
something
Because
crazy.
remember they had
Joel
Embiid.
Embiid
Embiid,
set out 2, 3,
Noel,
2
Right.
years.
I forgot about
Noel.
Noel.
They had
Yeah.
Okafor.
And
No.
Markel Fultz.
Yeah.
Okafor with the
Did
That's
what's
when they-
name? Did
No,
what's
he
name
didn't
play
go
his
to
first
Philly.
year?
That's when they was doing the
Did,
trust the process.
Who?
Simmons. Did he play his first year?
I don't think so.
I don't think so
Yeah,
either.
who was there?
He was on Philly his first year.
Yes.
Yeah, he
got
started
drafted.
with Philly.
He started with Philly.
I
Philly
don't
drafted
think
him.
So
I don't think he.
I don't
played.
think he played.
No.
all right, so let's
I'm trying to think of who the point guard.
let's go forward. So Saturday night, it was a great game on TV. Double overtime. The Lakers beat Golden State, and LeBron driving to the basket.
Numbers is 36, 20, and 12.
Yeah,
Like
something like
driving
that.
to the
Yeah.
basket. You made the 2 free throws. Golden State was out of
Big
timeouts.
deal. Oldest man in the
1.2
league.
seconds left,
Wish
and the
you had
game
him.
was over.
Wish you had him.
I just want to touch on the top 6 teams in the NBA.
Oh, wait, before you go there,
Okay.
did you see that Bud wanted to fight Canelo at 168?
Who?
Bud,
Oh.
fighter, boxer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he'll fight Canelo at
168 weight class, not
Weight
168 Street Manhattan. I already see your face.
No.
Yeah, go
Who
ahead.
you saying?
Bud,
I didn't see.
Oh,
yeah.
Canelo.
Crawford.
Canelo and Crawford.
He was
Yeah.
Right,
at
at
168.
168.
They
Yeah.
said they fight.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Interesting.
seen that.
So
Which I think is a mistake for Crawford, but moving up.
What's
you know.
Canelo now?
That's his weight.
That's his
That's
weight.
his weight?
That's
Yeah,
his weight.
that might be a
160.
mistake.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man,
Wesley's
I would
moving
be a
up to
mistake.
him.
Yeah, that
Wesley's moving up.
maybe
Crawford's
he should
moving
try to
up to
come
him.
to the middle somewhere, but
155 or
when
something
we
like
talk
that.
about
That's a
boxing,
lot of weight to lose.
right quick,
160.
It is.
I mean, or a lot of weight to carry because Crawford's moving up.
No, I'm talking about if he goes to 150.
I would
Right,
say
yes, yeah, that's a lot of weight for
Like
Canelo goes to 155.
160, yeah.
160,
It'll be
yeah, that's
160.
better. Yeah.
162, somewhere
Yeah.
in the
Well, what's
middle.
160
middleweight?
is middleweight. 160.
160 middleweight.
Yeah.
160
Okay.
is middleweight.
Right.
That's junior middle. I mean, super middleweight.
Super
they
middleweight.
fight.
Right. That's a lot.
So
That
I
is a
think
lot.
though, like
Here we go with all these
the guys
Yeah.
again with certain
like 50 weight
ages,
class.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Cruiserweight,
800
super
titles.
the
Light
age,
cruiserweight,
the ages
bantamweight,
are
Yeah,
very
catch it.
factor
featherweight.
too.
It is.
And he's 36,
Oh, but
but Crawford.
what's Canelo? He got to be up there.
Yeah, he's up there.
I mean, I know he
Got
came
it.
in young.
Yeah, okay,
Them
check
dudes
it
is
out.
war. Them dudes has got war.
Well, while
stories.
we at it, while we checking it out,
Battle.
He don't got too
we
many.
want to just
Canelo.
talk about the top 6 teams in the East and the West.
He's 33 years old.
NBA?
He ain't no spring
Yeah.
chicken.
Yeah. He came in real
What, one
young.
by one?
Well, yeah, the top 6 teams, like that's the line. So like top 6 teams make it, and then the
Right.
other teams
The play.
gotta compete
The
to
play-in.
make the play in.
I thought
So-
the first 8 teams went.
6.
6.
Again,
Six.
you
It's
got
a-
to make
The
the play
play-in.
in.
The
Right.
play-in
7, 8, 9, and 10.
The
Right.
play-in
10 teams.
combined 7 and 8.
Right.
Yeah, but the first 8 makes it.
No.
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 No,
No.
Yeah,
So
they do
they make it.
technically.
But they got to
Yeah.
play
But
9 and
they
10.
just got to
It's
play
not-
9 and
right,
10.
right.
But they do make it.
Well, they-
not
no, that's
necessarily
not
because-
playoffs.
No, they don't.
Because you could be a 10 and make it if you win 2 games.
Right.
Waiting. All 10 teams make it. If that's what
Just
if
'cause you
wanna
like
look at
number
it like
7
that.
don't
No, I
guarantee
know,
you will
but
make it.
usually
7
it's the
plays
two-
10 and 8
usually
plays
it's
9, right?
The
Yeah.
11 and 12. I know they got to play the 7 and 8, but the 7 to 8, whoever comes to 7 to 8 makes the playoff.
But
No,
but
they
10
not. Well,
no.
They
No,
just
they-
play
no.
the play. Yes,
No.
they technically
They do.
Yes,
Because
that's what I'm saying.
7 plays 8
Yeah.
and whoever wins goes in automatically.
Yeah.
Now 8 has to play whoever wins between
9 and
9 and 10.
Yes.
Now suppose they lose, then they
Okay.
don't make
I
it.
thought they
Because-
played. I thought 7
because-
plays 10.
No,
No.
because 7 plays 8 because they
Yeah.
That's the
7,
line that
the
they
first
normally-
8 makes it.
so they
Tell me.
whoever wins that
No.
game goes in.
They don't
Whereas
have to
the
play
Heat-
again.
No, they don't have to play again. They in.
So
Now 8
Yeah.
has to play the winner of 9 and
Listen
10
to him.
because 9 and 10
Well-
has to win 2 games, whereas the 8 team, if they lost and they beat that 9 or 10 team,
So
They
8
play again.
so the
They
winner
still play
of,
again.
well,
they don't
yeah,
have to play.
So
but the
how do they
loser
make it?
of 7 and 8 is playing 2
They're in
games
the
too.
playoffs.
Right.
They still got to
Yeah,
play that
right.
one.
But
They
you get
still
that. That's
The
the
first
I got
8
you.
teams
That's
make the playoffs.
That's
Stop
the
and
thing.
listen
You
again.
Right.
get the 2 games.
we can sit here all
9 and
day
10 only get
and,
one
and,
chance.
and
I thought-
repeat this, but
Did you listen to what he said?
I know how it
No,
works.
I'm talking to
Listen,
the Surge.
I want you to listen.
I
know
don't have to listen because I know.
So you already know.
Yes.
So if 8 loses twice, they in.
If you end the season with the first 8 guys and whoever's the first 8, they're in the playoffs.
No,
They're in the
No.
playoffs.
Todd, no.
8 can't lose twice.
1 to 6.
No, I didn't say
Listen,
8. When the
listen.
season,
Let's look
when
at it
the
a different
season
way.
ends,
Let's,
No.
they have 1 to 8.
Todd.
They're not
no.
in the playoffs.
No.
hold on. Let's
No,
look
no,
at
no. I don't even.
Let's
wait.
look at
No,
it a
wait,
different
wait.
way.
It goes
Wait,
back-
wait.
No.
Everybody
Since
hold.
when?
Everybody
Todd.
hold.
Wait, time.
Todd, wait. Look at this. 1 through 6.
Right.
They automatically in. 7 through 10, they playing in a
Right.
playoff. Play in.
1 through 6 don't play.
That's why they have a
That's
line
why you gotta
after
look
6.
at it.
Right. 7,
see they
8,
got a
9,
line
10 makes
after
the
6?
plays the
Look.
play in.
1 through 10 teams, you can say technically 10 teams make it because they're trying to get in.
They're trying
6
to get.
teams don't play. They
Right.
sit back and wait.
Well, they already in it. Yeah.
Right. They're automatically in. You understand what I'm saying? It's like football. You know what I'm saying? They got a bye week.
All right.
You know what I'm
So
saying?
again, it's a playoff and a play in.
Right.
So 7, 8, 9, and 10 has to qualify to make it.
To play in.
All right. So that's not a playoff. You have to
Right.
qualify
It's-
to make it.
Right.
It's
It's
a-
still a
They
playoff.
changed it up.
Playoff,
They
it's
changed it
just
up.
one
It's
But
still
let
a
me ask.
playoff.
Let me
Right,
ask
it's
this
a
question.
one-game
There's a
playoff.
one
All right.
game
Before
playoff.
they had to play in, they
Eight.
didn't have to play in.
Right.
No, they
It
didn't
was
have.
the first 8.
It was
Right.
the first
First
8
eight,
teams, and that was it.
It was the
And
first
that was
eight,
it.
and
They
that was
just,
But-
they just
but-
added that in.
Right.
Right. They
To-
added
to-
that.
to-
to add
for
more-
more money.
But this
Right.
ain't new.
Let's
This
do
is
what
not
they do.
new. This is
No,
not new.
this only started a
No,
couple
no,
years
it
ago.
started-
It
That's
is
what I'm
new.
saying. No, but
It
I'm saying
wasn't-
it's
How
not
many years
this
has
year
it
new.
been?
That's
No,
what
it
I'm
ain't
saying.
this year's.
How
not
many
new.
years
No, I
has
know
it
they-
been?
They only
Was
won
it
it
last year the first one?
No,
No.
no,
like
it
maybe
wasn't.
2 or 3 years ago.
It
It
ain't
ain't been
got-
that
it ain't
long.
got-
It's about 2 years.
Yeah, and it hasn't been
It's
that
about
long.
2, maybe 3.
The
It's
first
about
8
2.
teams made the playoff.
Right.
Before.
But let me ask you this. Okay, we know the first 4 teams get home court.
Right.
Right.
But when it becomes 8 teams, after they do that playing, does 5 and 6 do they have home court against 7 and 8?
What?
I believe
Actually,
they do.
the highest seed.
Oh no,
Lions
no,
seed,
no,
that's
no,
right.
because 8 and playing 1. That's right. That's
Whoever
right. That's
do
right.
it,
Yeah,
That's
because
right.
then the
My
winner-
bad. My bad.
Everybody-
I got it.
everybody
Winner
with
plays
the
the
best
number
I
one
record.
got
seed.
it. I got it. I
The
got it.
winners
All right,
play the
so,
highest seed.
all right,
I got
so everybody with the best record.
Right, 1 through 4.
One through-
Yeah.
one through
So
6.
1 through 4.
again, so now we're gonna go
Oh yeah, 1
back.
through 4.
Oh,
Right.
yeah,
We're gonna
it's
go
only
back
been 2 years,
to-
2022.
Yeah.
We're gonna go back to
Okay.
the top teams. All right. So in the East, Boston's number 1, 35 and 11. The Bucks are number 2, 32 and 14. Philadelphia's number 3, 29 and 15. The Knicks are number 4, 29 and 17.
You're not saying it to me. I'm not.
No.
Cavs are 27 and 16. And the Pacers are 27 and 20.
So technically now, like you said, 10 teams make the playoffs then.
Right.
Even though you got to play in, whatever
Right,
that.
yeah.
But it's 10 teams to the 8, then
That's-
it's 10 teams that make the playoffs.
But that's what I said. 10 teams.
Well,
make the
you know
playoff.
what I'm saying?
Well,
So-
if
but you just got to do that bottom 4.
but if 10
right.
plays 9, they out. 10 is out. The
Right.
loser is
Their
out.
playoff
Right.
is over.
Because remember, what you call them did that, and they
Miami
was at
did
the
it
back.
last year.
Miami, and they went all the way to the championship.
Right, yeah.
Right.
That's
You
what
got-
I'm saying. So it's almost like they stretched it to 10 teams.
Right.
That's because you know,
right.
you know, moolah.
More money.
All right, talk to us. Who we got?
This is John Green speaking.
John Green.
All right.
Called a little early.
Hey. Hey, what's going on, guys?
What's up?
What's going on?
How you been, man?
Listen, I love the NBA talk here.
All right.
It got lively here. It got lively here a second ago.
Oh, yes, it did. Listen, the thing is, like you guys were talking about the Knicks being up 17 and Randall being there. I said, like most people say, with good defense and the 3-point shot, no
Right.
lead is safe.
Right, exactly. And the NBA wants it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry. Next year is going to be top 12.
That'd be a bit much. I think they should leave it at 10 and at least for another 2 or 3 years before they expand it like that.
They'll
All right.
expand it.
So, John,
Sure.
It's
Yes, sir.
money.
we appreciate the call. Let me ask you a question because, I mean, you share a lot of good insight. So I really wanted to ask the panel this, but we really pressing for time. We was going over the top teams. I think I was going to the West. OKC, number 1, they tied with Minnesota. The Clippers in the 3rd place with 30-14. Nuggets in 4th place. Sacramento is in 5th place, and the Suns and the Pelicans are tied for 6th place. Now, my question to you is, what is in your opinion, what does it take to make a superstar?
The ability to do all things well, shoot, rebound, play defense. I mean, the thing is that you can't measure the things that aren't in the score sheet. But the thing is, but also you have to also have the vision test you see them with like hustle for 50-50 balls, things like that. I mean, that what's make a superstar to me.
Good answer.
Okay.
I mean, and I mean, well, yeah, I did ask you, so that is the poignant point of that. So, because everybody's not a superstar, or some people play one way and they put up a lot of offense and they might get that superstar nod, but a good two-way player is a good answer. Yeah. So, I mean, I'm gonna spin it around to everybody in the panel. I appreciate you calling. I appreciate you listening, and I'm sharing all your retorts on what we be saying back and forth.
Oh, that's appreciated. Listen, you guys have a good week, okay?
All right, thank you, man.
Thank you for calling, man. Thank you for calling and
we look to hear
listening.
from you next
And
week.
being
Thank
a
you.
loyal listener.
Yes,
Thank
yes.
you. Share, like,
No
and share us. Thank you so much.
Take care now.
All
I appreciate it.
Shout out to D. Gauze and John Green on
Yes,
the
sir.
check-in. Thank
Yeah.
you so much.
You want to
So-
go with that question? Around?
So yeah, let's spin it around. Coach Kurt, we'll start with you.
All right. Similar to what he was saying, I think a superstar can do everything well, but he also has to be able to carry his team. Because there are games a superstar can win the game on his own. He does enough of everything where he can win the game on his own. And that's how I feel about it.
All right, Serge.
Superstars, they just have that innate thing in them that they're gonna be better than everybody else, and they go out there and they play like they want to be better than everybody else. They play harder, they go at it seriously, they take the whole thing seriously. You don't be a superstar and take the off season off. Cats that do that, they might be all stars, but they're not superstars.
All right, got you. Slick.
Yeah, I feel
Okay, that's enough.
they're not they're not afraid of the moment. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
They're not afraid to go to the line, shoot the free throws. They can shoot the shot. They can shoot the three. They can make their free throws. They take control of the game. They got the it in them. And like you said, they don't take no days off. They come to every game. They're in the gym first. They leave the gym last. We know a few players like that. So yeah.
All right, so we're gonna let our superstar answer. Go ahead, Magnificent.
No, that's the superstar. Serge is the superstar. But
No,
I
he's
just
the
say that a
sports star.
superstar.
He shines all the time.
He's a superstar too.
All right, no.
I just say that is who's at all facets of the game. He's good at all facets of the game, and he definitely makes his teammates better. That's a superstar for me.
But there's one thing I gotta contradict you on, because Shaq was a superstar. He couldn't shoot free throws.
Right, but Shaq also Kobe called him out a few times.
Well, you let Shaq say he's the most dominant player to ever
He
live.
make-
Right,
Shaq, I tell you, he'll make them when it counts.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
you know what's so funny?
He'll make
He
them when it
was.
counts.
He
He'll
too.
tell
He
you
was.
that. He'll tell you
He
that.
was. His free throws
I made
was,
him when it
yeah.
counted. That's
know.
what he'll
All
tell
right,
you.
y'all. So we're gonna wrap it up, y'all. So good show. We got 2 minutes left. D. Gauze, you want to share your input on the superstar?
athleticism.
All right.
Okay. That's
Okay,
it.
that's it.
Okay.
All right. So I want to thank everybody for rocking out with us. We'll be back next week.
Silver's a superstar, you said,
That's
All
right?
what I
right.
do, okay?
Yeah.
That's what I do.
All right. So that's him on the plug-in. So anybody want to? All right. Let's wrap it up. So, Todd, let's start with you, sir.
It was good having you share the mic with us today, my brother.
Thank you.
Looking forward to the next time.
Thank you.
And all the listeners out there, especially my man Green, we appreciate you guys for always listening to us, y'all.
Go ahead, Slick.
Both great.
Yeah, I these guys was talking playoffs, football and basketball. So I was here for that. I'll be on the music next week.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Just want to thank everybody for listening. And Silk can't pass.
All right, Coach Kurt.
Thank everybody for coming. Thank everybody that called. Thank everybody who sent the message. Love you. Continue on. Thank you.
All right. So again, we will be back next week. Thank you for everybody tuning in. First stop to the next stop. See y'all next week. Peace.
Silk.
Hey,
We out.
Slick the relic.
Yo, Silk.
I don't know.
I'm gonna
You
take
got
it
me
back.
so
It's not-
confused. I don't know to call him
Yeah,
Silk.
no, call him Silk.
Slick. What the hell
He's
is
Say it right there.
He's
Look,
slick
what's
as
that
he's
say?
slick as
Listen,
silk.
I know he got me all mixed up.
He's
I
slick
don't know
as
what-
silk.
Yo, I gotta get y'all sizes, y'all shirt sizes, so I can bring y'all shirt.
Double X, brother.
You know what I'm saying?
Large.
Double X.
But
I remember these.
it's
Don't bring
not,
two of
no,
each side.
you know what? It's not that he can't pass. It's that he refuses to pass.
He didn't turn it off.
He's a
That guy
nut,
don't
man.
pass the ball.
Who's that?
Man.
Yeah, he in the stream. He in the
No,
stream.
he does. He does pass. He's
Did he turn it off?
what I'm trying. No, listen,
I be
listen.
tuning
What
in
I'm
at the
trying
wrong
to
time
explain-
then.
What I'm trying to explain to y'all is that he's gotten better. Like if you watch watch the game tonight. Watch the, well, Simmons supposed to play tonight.
He only
But-
passed
He
when
went
he
in
get
the
in trouble.
stream.
No, but watch.
See, basically,
If you was watching, the
basically,
game-
I'm gonna tell you, there's not a shot that he don't like.
Yeah.